Yo, I check. Shit. Let's see. I hate when shit goes slow like this. I check it. Damn, shit going so damn slow. Fuck it. All right. Make sure my shit on. My shit working. We back in it. Let's dive into it. All right, man. We finna get into this shit. We finna get into AD. I mean, we finna get into this AB, you know what I'm saying, and Dean situation, man. Supposedly they broke up. Let's see what, you know what I'm saying, the story, man.
Another day, another Adrian Broner and Dean the Great fight.
Nah, for real, my nigga, chill out.
He getting serious. He getting serious. I don't care, bro. I don't give a fuck. Don't be a part of this shit, nigga.
Adrian Broner and Dean the Great were supposed to be going on this redemption arc. They were going into fight mode and getting ready for their big boxing tournaments, ultimately showing the world that not only could they take the boxing part serious, but that they could change their content along the way. But ultimately, they've hit some bumpy, and I do mean bumpy parts of the road along the journey. And this time, I don't know if they can recover.
I don't give a fuck.
Nah,
nigga, it's business. Stop fucking the business up, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Nigga, don't be a part of this shit then, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Stop my motherfucking business up, nigga. You gonna get with the program and don't get with it, nigga. Give me that money, keep
You don't give a fuck.
up business, bro.
Now, you would think that the lawsuit that Adrian Broner was facing would be the downfall of the duo, or you would think that the lawsuit that Dean the Great would be the downfall of the duo, but no. Their latest argument exposed a bigger problem that has been festering between the two of them. The ego has finally gotten to Adrian Broner. He feels as though he's been carrying this content while Dean the Great receives the views, the control, and the credit for it all. So it doesn't seem like the court cases will be the thing that ends the dynamic duo, but it may be the case of who deserves more credit that will bring them to their knees.
This nigga, let's end this shit, okay? I ain't gonna lie. Shit don't work, my nigga. Bro, it's bad business, bro. It's bad, all that.
If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long way for the channel. Me and you have no beef. There's still an opportunity to join. Now, back into the video. Now,
Man, shit, man. I don't pray on nobody downfall, man. I hope he don't, you know what I'm saying, go down again, which that's what it seems like he finna do. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you ain't learned your lesson the first time. Like, that's...
for the most part, Dean and AB have spent this past month really focusing on the boxing. They have big fights that are coming up very soon. And for what it's worth, they need these transformations that they've been taking or else they'll get knocked out in the ring. And to give them their kudos and their credit, they have been taking it very seriously. The content has felt totally different. No longer we have alcohol or women or dice games involved. This is just good, clean, wholesome, and for the most part, inspirational moments that are caught on camera. And I don't know what happened along the lines, but at some point somebody said, hey guys, we do have to do some creative stuff. Inserts the talent show where the brawl of them all went down.
What's up, y'all? I'm LaRon Best.
What's your talent and where you from?
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm basically that nigga and I'm that bitch on roller skates.
Hey, get cuz up. Hey, music. Hey, roll cuz down the steps. Hey, security, man, roll cuz down the steps, man. Man, roll his dizzy ass down the steps.
While doing said talent show, Adrian Broner kept interrupting with his jokes, with his normal antics, with his normal behavior. Dean repeatedly has to tell him, yo, bro, chill out. You're messing things up.
We ain't gonna start sipping now, nigga.
Nah, chill out, cuz.
Yeah, nigga.
Nah, for real, my nigga, chill out.
Oh my god.
Hey,
Oh,
hey, you going up?
he getting
Go ahead,
serious.
go
He
ahead,
getting
go
serious.
ahead.
Nah, he getting
She gotta
serious.
play that
bro.
piano
I'm
shit.
gone. This nigga got sentimental on me.
And Adrian Broner decides to take this personally. But it's something that Dean the Great said specifically to AB that I know got under his skin. And as somebody who has been in these exact same situations, I know exactly what's going on.
I don't give a fuck. My motherfucking business up, nigga. Give me that money, keep up business, bro.
Now, as a real emotional nigga, I know exactly what that means.
Nigga fucking up, man. All he want to do is sit there and drink. That's the problem. Know what I'm saying? He rather just drink his fucking life away. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Why Dean do all the work? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Yeah. I'll release his ass too. I've been mad as hell if I was Dan. I'm like, man, enough is enough. Bro, I'm tired of this shit. I'm finna put my foot down, and that's that.
Fucking up the business. Get with the program. I'm not gonna lie to you. Those sound like real personal attacks. Those aren't things that you just say unprompted. Those are emotions and feelings that you've kind of either been burying or pity-patting around for a long time. The thing that made this argument so different is that there are none of the vices. The women aren't there specifically in the manner of like twerking and, you know, we're trying to captivate their attention. There's definitely no alcohol. They're on this boxing journey. The money is there, but not in the same exact way. But so when a normal Adrian Broner bit got Dean the Great so emotional, hell, got both of them so emotional, I thought to myself, that reminds me of this old saying that somebody told me. If you can only tolerate somebody with alcohol, then you probably can't tolerate them at all. And it seems as though both Dean the Great and Adrian Broner are finally sick of each other.
Let's end this shit, okay? I ain't gonna lie.
I think a telltale sign that there was like a real deal issue going on is the fact that they cut this stream off, which was supposed to be some long marathon stream, 45 days, them getting prepared for it. If you are willing to break a marathon stream that you've continuously been on, then that means there
Trying to get this shit together, know what I'm saying? His stomach, you know what I'm saying? Loosening up, you know, it's coming down a little bit. Nah, like, I guess that shit got boring. Like, man, we gotta it's time to crash out.
there's some true behind the scenes stuff that most of us are not privy to. Finally, when we saw these two back on camera, Dean the Great had been gone away from hours and AB didn't return until the next day. Now, the argument may have ended when the cameras moved on, but Adrian Broner had already revealed another issue that could explain why this whole relationship feels different. When they came back to camera, something shifted, something changed. And the focus no longer became about the boxing match, but it became more about the numbers. And this is where things go downhill.
They got like a stop on my shit or something. They got to, bro. I go live by myself, I'm at 10, 15,000. Why my shit just stay at 2.5, but my followers steady going up. I got 186,000 some followers, but my shit only go to 2.5, and it just stay right there. Chat faster than Dean's, that's suspicious too.
With more than 180,000 followers, Adrian Broner has to be one of the fastest growing streamers in 2026. If we had to have some sort of objective rookie of the year, breakout year type of voting, he'd probably be one of the finalists. But his questions are aligning with my questions. Why is
because he already been famous. He already got that foundation set. He just needed to, you know what I'm saying, somebody to get his ass up and do something. That's it.
he only averaging about 2,000 to 2,500 when he's doing these streams with Dean the Great? Now, his claims are that normally when he's streaming by himself, he can do 10 to 15,000 alone. He's also making claims that his chat is moving much faster than Dean the Great's. Now, for what it's worth, this type of speculation is okay for us to do on this platform, Twitter, and in our public forums. But when friends, co-workers, people who are producing content together start questioning these numbers, then you can see that there is about to be a great divide. Somebody told me one time, and I know I keep referencing these old school sayings and phrases, but if you want to mess with a man, you touch his money, you touch his women, and you touch his food. Now, ain't no food in this situation, and it damn sure ain't no women in here. Messing with the money, though, and how it's portrayed, displayed, and anything in between can be detrimental.
I tell this nigga I love this nigga every day, cause before I met this nigga, I was down to my dick. I ain't had nothing, y'all. He called me one day, cause he looked up to me all his whole life. He's on my dick his whole life. And after the first stream, I've been like this, bitch.
This is a complete tonal shift from Adrian Broner, a man who was once grateful for the opportunity of a lifetime to change the trajectory of the path that he was going on, to go into the streaming world, build back up his funds, be able to provide for his family, is now looking at the dollars and making sure that it makes sense.
You know why I fuck with my chat? It's all real motherfuckers in here. We don't do the bots and shit.
If you would have presented 2,000 to 2,500 live viewers to Adrian Broner 2, 3, or even 4 months ago, he would have fell to his knees and been overly grateful about what's going on. But now he's starting to do the math and it's not adding up to what it's supposed to be. Now, is he justified? I truly believe so. But with that being said, I understand that this can create the division of a lifetime between two people who are supposed to be friends, brothers, and most importantly, business partners. Now, none of this stuff proves that Adrian Broner is being intentionally capped on his views. None of this proves that Dean the Great is view botting, but what it does show is that Adrian Broner feels as though there is some unfair treatment going on. We know how important Adrian Broner is to these Dean the Great streams. Hell, we know what Dean the Great was getting into before him.
Whoa! 200 gifted.
It would only make sense.
Wait a minute. That's what I was, you know what I'm saying, seeing him for. Like, real shit. Dane the Great. I'm like, who is this nigga always getting his ass beat on camera? Like, every time I see this nigga, he always getting his ass punched up, all type of shit. You can't fight or something, nigga. This should be quiet.
That Dean the Great would go out of his way in order to provide for Adrian Broner to create content on his own in order to keep him satisfied for what the issues are today.
I know a lot of his communities in my chat spam hating. So what I did for y'all, so y'all can get off my dick, I got him his own cameraman on my tab. He gotta sell this shit, bro. I can't be the pilot every time.
Not to be Mr. Psychoanalyzed, but I could see what was going on in his eyes. And you got the cameraman on your tab. I know exactly where this is going. While Adrian Broner sees himself as the engine of the partnership, Dean sees it a totally different way. And right now, the seams are starting to split on a dynamic duo that is supposed to be just getting started in the content space. You have to applaud what Dean the Great has done for Adrian Broner, even if, and this is of course sans the problematic stuff, we'll get into that in 2 seconds, but ultimately he has brought him to a different level.
Still need each other. You know what I'm saying? Do shit on their own for sure. But, you know what I'm saying? For the big audience and all that, they need each other for that, for sure. They definitely need each other.
Level of fame and notoriety that he hasn't had since his boxing days. Adrian Broner brings the comedic relief, he brings the timing, he brings the antics, he brings the funny, all these different things. But Dean the Great brings the structure behind it all. He brings the organization and he sets up a good hitman for killing people with laughter and kindness and stuff like that. Now, I believe that this combination is perfect for the on-camera stuff, but that doesn't mean that we can't take care of the stuff behind the scenes. And the stuff that's being displayed on camera is something that I think a lot of people have been thinking has been bubbling up over the course of a few months at this point. The fights used to be funny, they used to be laughable, but as somebody who is a man who has dealt with other men, specifically in the realm of business, I can kind of tell when somebody's being serious and when somebody's laughing, and usually you don't have laughs and key moments about money. That is not something that you do at all, and I think a lot of people watching this video, because I have a pretty dominating male audience, will know exactly what I'm talking about. You're not joking with somebody else about money or contributions to a project that ultimately lead in money or anything of the nature that surrounds itself in money. It's just not happening. It's not positive. And the sad part about it is that they both are going to need each other in order to get through their up and coming court battles that they have going on. You know, Dean the Great facing 15 years and, you know, Adrian Broner facing these charges about him dumping buckets of water on a woman for not having schmexual intercourse or favors with him. Caught on stream, by the way. Strange enough. But they're definitely going to need to pay for legal fees, set up good PR for each other, all these different things. And honestly, if they broke up right now, it'd probably lead to bad content, like worse content, not from like a cool, this is fun perspective, but from the perspective of, hey, I'm going to get myself in trouble. So while Adrian Broner and Dean the Great returned to the stream the next day like nothing happened, I would go as far as to say that's probably not the best thing to do. Maybe they did it behind closed doors, but ignoring the argument won't fix what caused it. The problem is no longer about alcohol or women or money. It's about getting the credit. It's about the egos stepping in front of this. It's about, am I getting my just desserts for what's going on? Why is he getting more notoriety? The problem now is that both men believe that one needs one more than the other. And this is just a PSA warning to Adrian Broner, Dean the Great, and anybody else who's doing any sort of group content, or hell, you don't even have to be doing content. You could just be doing in different endeavors and stuff like that from a business perspective with
it's like Cassinet, you know what I'm saying? AMP. Like, Cassinet don't feel like he bigger than the program. You know what I'm saying? Cassinet still live, you know what I'm saying, live in the house with their ass on, bro. Like, that's the thing. Like, motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, be thinking they bigger than the program, bro. That's just, oh yeah, nigga, you need me. You know what I'm saying? Real life shit, we need each other, man, so we can make this shit work for real. Bro, motherfuckers be fucking up, man.
Nobody.
Alright, y'all, we finna get into this Indianapolis man killing his brother. Let's get into the story, man. Shit wild.
Wins when the family feuds.
I might be okay with being called bronze.
much for that. Checking back in on that breaking news that we are following this morning. One person is dead after being found on Indy's east side. IMPD called on the report of a person shot on North Emerson Avenue. That was just after 6:30 this morning. When police got there, they found a person with a gunshot wound. Now, that call came in from a passerby who said they just saw the man laying on the side of the road while they were walking to the gas station. Police say that that victim had a gunshot wound and that there were shell casings surrounding the body. You can see the area here is roped off. This is near a gas station, a neighborhood, and there are bullet holes in the building there behind that scene. It's not clear right now if that building was involved in the shooting.
This is not what we should be waking up to here in Indianapolis. People should not have to lose their life because of a disagreement or whatever the case may be that led up to gunfire ringing out and this individual losing their life.
Right now, there is no word on, again, what led up to that shooting. We also do not know the name or age of the man that was found lying in the road there. We do know that the body was still at the scene until at least 8:30 this morning. He was there on the left side of your screen behind that set of bushes near that building. If you know anything, you're asked to call IMPD or Crime Stoppers.
Fam, some stories don't even need a motive to grab your attention. The headline alone is enough. Most of us got a brother, a sister, or at least somebody we always looked at like family. And let's be real. These days it's common to hear people say a friend stabbed them in the back. A lot of us been through something like that. It teaches you how to move different, keep your circle smaller. And by the time you reach a certain age, if somebody ain't already your friend, chances are they'll never be. But
That's that back door, man. Do y'all homework on that back door. For real, that shit wide open.
they hit different when it's your own blood. The same person who came out your mother's womb. Your big brother. The one you might argue with, fight with, even stop speaking to for a while. But at the end of the day, you still believe there's love there. That's what makes this story so disturbing. Authorities say a man killed his own little brother. Left his body in the middle of the street. Then allegedly tried to cut his dreadlocks off before going on a run. He didn't stay free for long.
Damn, like, the hate is that real that you do that? Damn, nigga. That's your flesh and blood.
Police eventually tracked him down and took him to custody. But the part really stuck out to me 48 hours ago when the mother made a heartbreaking post on Facebook. She wrote, "I feel like 2 trucks done hit my ass. This situation is effing me up." Then she wrote, "So it's so crazy that my son Michael, Paper Route Mike, killed his own brother. I'm so hurt. Have anybody seen him? He needs to turn himself in ASAP." Fam, can you imagine, just for a second, being a parent that's forced to type those words? As I dug deeper into this case, I also learned this family had already experienced unimaginable loss. The victim's father had passed away years earlier. And later in the video, we'll talk about that as well, including what the older brother publicly said after his father's death. Stories like this make you wonder, how much can you really trust people anymore, even the ones closest to you? And that's the sad reality we gotta think about in 2026. Today we're going over everything that's been made public, the alleged killing, the investigation, the family's heartbreaking history, and what the mother had to say, what the older brother previously shared about his father, and where this case stands today. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no angle, I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it.
Hey, listen.
The clip you just saw was someone driving past and noticed Indianapolis Metropolitan Police discovering someone dead in the middle of the road. His name was Kanan Eugene Poe Jr., just 26 years old. But before we break down how we got to this point, let's give a little backstory on Kanan. Kanan was one of 9 siblings. His father, Kanan Poe, unfortunately, he lost his life at just 32 years old back in March of 2011. According to court papers, he was stabbed by a man named Gary after an exchange between the two, and he was later acquitted of the charge. Kanan Poe Sr. had 8 kids and 7 siblings and was loved by many. May he rest in peace and love and condolences to his family. Now, when Kanan Poe lost his life, one of his kids' siblings, who went by Mike Orion, of course, he had a different dad. He went to Facebook after Kanan lost his life and said, "Well, just chilling, thinking, man. My little brother and sisters lost their dad. Man, it's sad. I'm gonna miss him, man. But nah, it's time for me to do the job and be the big bro." R.I.P. Kanan Poe. I'm sure he ain't think 15 years later in 2026, he'll be responsible for killing his little brother, sending him with his dad. You see, the shooting was reported just after 6:30 a.m. Sunday, August 2nd, 2026, when someone called 911 and said they'd been walking to the gas station when they saw someone lying in between two residences in the 3400 block of Emerson Avenue near East 34th Street and Emerson Avenue. When officers arrived at the scene, they found the person who had been shot. They were pronounced dead at the scene just moments later. The Marion County Coroner's Office identified the victim as 26-year-old Keenan Eugene Poe Jr. May he rest in peace and love condolences to his family. At the time, police say apparently he had a disagreement for whatever that led up to gunfire ringing out with the individual losing his life. But according to court documents, Poe was shot multiple times and he was found with a green sandal with 9 shell casings nearby. Police also found a semi-automatic handgun near the crime scene on Emerson Avenue. Quote, pulled the gun on Poe twice in days prior. After talking to the victim's family, police learned Poe and the suspect were together the night he was killed, and the two had been arguing leading up to the day. According to court documents, the suspect had pulled out a gun on Poe twice in the days prior. Police were able to get a description of the suspect's car from family, and later that day, someone reported a suspicious vehicle matching the
If he pulled out a gun on you the first couple times, I'd be like, man, he supposed to be my brother. He pulled a gun out on me, bro. Like, shit, I would have, like, that was a sign right there not to fuck with you, bro.
description. The person who reported the car said they saw a man get out the car, rack a firearm, and walk away. The caller also said he could see blood inside the car. Police later found bullet damage and blood splatter inside the car, along with the green sandal and 9 shell casings from the crime scene. Police also found identification belonging to the suspect and a handgun holster inside the car. Detectives later found social media videos and photos posted by the suspect in which he has a handgun that appears to be the same kind found in the crime scene. But by that point, he had cut his head and fled to Kentucky. But the next day on August 3rd, 2026, the suspect had arrived. The IMPD guest calmed down off them drugs he was on and returned to the homicide office with a family member who said he had gone to get the suspect after learning he had fled to Kentucky. The family members told the suspect that he, quote, he needed to face the situation and refused his request for money, insisting that returning to Indianapolis to meet with detectives was the only option. That family also told police the account that the suspect had given of the murder. According to the account in the court documents, the suspect, Poe, and their younger brother had been in a car that night. The suspect and Poe were arguing, and after dropping off their younger brother, the two continued arguing back and forth, escalating to the point where they almost crashed the car. The suspect claimed he put the handgun in his lap and Poe reached for the firearm, causing a struggle. Then the gun went off, striking Poe. The suspect allegedly said he panicked, abandoning the vehicle, and took a bus to Kentucky.
Responding to a rash of shooting.
Hey, hold on, man. Oh, shit, nigga. You supposed to be my brother, goddammit. You doing all this shit. I ain't fucking with you, bro. Hell no, man.
Over the past few days. Thank you for joining us. I'm Phil Sanchez.
And I'm Gina Galeros. Officers have made arrests in 2 homicides. News 8's Millia Van Ostrand talks with police.
These shootings unfolded over just a few days, but new data from IMPD says that overall crime continues to trend down. Just before 8 Monday night, officers were called to Brendan Way Court at the residences on 56th Street Apartments, where they found 31-year-old Chrisleen Stevens shot. She died shortly after. Police arrested Irvins Norvillis for murder.
Witnesses are coming forward. They're talking to us. They're sharing video footage with us, and that's crucial to these investigations. Because of that partnership with our community and the witnesses coming forward, we've been able to make arrests.
That shooting was just one of 4 in a little over an hour Monday night. 3 other people were shot in separate incidents across the city. The next shooting happened on Linwood Avenue near Culver's restaurant. Then a shooting at an AutoZone on East 46, and 16 minutes later, another person shot on North Arlington Avenue at an apartment complex. All 3 people shot at each scene were reported to be stable. This past weekend also saw a number of shootings. Police arrested 31-year-old Michael Oren for murder in a deadly shooting early Sunday morning on North Emerson Avenue on the city's east side. The Marion County Coroner's Office identified the victim in that shooting as 26-year-old Keenan Eugene Poe Jr.
The violence leaves lasting scars, not only on those directly involved, but of the families, the children, the businesses in the neighborhood, and that's not lost on us. So our detectives work very hard. They work around the clock. They're partnering with our community, and we're working together to hold those offenders accountable.
The department's latest preliminary homicide report shows 76 homicides through July 31st this year, compared to 78 homicides through July 31st of 2025.
IMPD remains committed to reducing violent crime, and the numbers show that what we're doing is working. We're working alongside our community, we're using technology, and we're using good old police and detective work to continue to drive those numbers down.
IMPD hopes to continue partnerships within the community.
You've heard us say before that we need the community's cooperation, and these arrests are perfect examples of what we can do when we work together.
In Indianapolis, I'm Leah Van Ostrand for Wish TV and WishTV.com.
Man, I hope this was a lesson for us all, man. Go love your siblings. Ain't no argument that important that guns need to be involved. Because if this is the case, or if he was telling the truth, killing your brother because y'all had a struggle on trying to take it, can imagine that. Still don't justify him being shot multiple times unless you had a switch. Which one was it? Love and prayers to this family, man. Rest in peace to the victim. Prayers to anyone who was affected by the story we just talked about. Fam, let me know how you guys feel about this one. This was the story of an indie man killing his brother after an argument and pulling a gun out on him, according to family members twice leading up to that moment. Talk to me in the comments. Don't forget to...
Man. Shit, man. Blood thicker than water, man. For real. Like, anybody, like, gotta have your family in this world. Like, motherfuckers, I don't know. I can't imagine doing that to a family member, though. Like, everybody's life different.
Streaming University saw the birth of an up.
All right, y'all, we finna get into this Streaming University Suburb Baby, man. They say his, you know what I'm saying, his counts went down, his views and shit. We finna get into that. Let's go.
Up-and-coming star in the streaming industry named Suburb Baby. Suburb Baby's budding streaming career could be attributed to winning MVP at Streaming University.
The MVP award goes to Suburb Baby.
Oh, we got 101K in the chat. Lame ass watching me do nothing but bullshit. Man, if you don't get a job, I'm over here committing crimes. You watching me getting inspired. What's wrong with the world these days?
Seemingly overnight, he went from having hundreds of live viewers to tens of thousands of live viewers. Now, most people would say, hey, if you are the winner and most entertaining person at Streaming University, the biggest streaming event of the year, then naturally you would have such wild leaps and jumps. But the internet did what it does with all of the new and up-and-coming Twitch streamers, and they accused Suburb Baby of not just getting his success from Streaming University, but also being a view botter.
Also, y'all are dumb. I already told you someone's botting me and I'm trying to get it gone. Y'all don't listen. What do you want me to do? You can't give me a valid answer. You're just gonna keep talking. What are you talking about? I'm being botted. I can't stop it immediately. These want me to do something about it.
Now, why people would bot Suburb Baby, hell, I don't know. Maybe we'll explore that a little bit later in the video. But once he was calling these people out, well, the botting stopped and the viewers dropped. He would go from 85,000.
I think it was the manager, like the people, you know what I'm saying, I guess that's managing him and shit. Or it could be people from Streaming University, you know what I'm saying? You gotta hurry up and stop that shit, bro.
1,000 people in his chat to just 6,000 people. And that raised a lot of red flags.
How do you go from 83 to 6K? Just how you went from being yourself to writing. And just, people can do a bunch. They said bro only has 6,000 viewers and they laughed. Fam, how much do you have? Bro was laughing at 6. You know you can be a millionaire with 6K viewers, right? Bro how much do you have?
Bro, no, bro.
Now, for what it's worth, this doesn't mean that Suburb Baby was exposed, but it did mean that Twitch allowed fake viewers to become a part of his success story. And that made it harder to separate the numbers that he actually earned from the success that he never asked for. But now the real test begins. Can Suburb Baby actually turn those thousands of genuine viewers who stayed into a long-lasting career? Or are they gonna be Thanos snapped and deleted just like those bots were?
Ooh, this looks nice. What is this? That's a good deal right there. Buy one, get one free. Should I get it in black? It's 10 cents, but I gotta pay for shipping, so it's really like $8? What is this? All right, whatever. I'm gonna get it anyway with my credit card.
You know, if somebody who had a meteoric rise like a Suburb Baby was botted or not. If we look at his Twitch tracker, he went from 100 live viewers to hundreds of thousands of live viewers. And granted, it was during some situations where Kai Cenat, Duke Dennis, Agent, Rage, DDG, the biggest streamers in the game may potentially be on his camera, but ultimately they were on other cameras as well. And those cameras didn't reach those viewership numbers during that time. So why Suburb Baby?
If I'm on a stream is being view-botted, what the fuck made you think I did it? Out of all people, I don't know how to fucking view-bot. I would understand if you niggas said, oh, you're being view-botted. But you're doing it, bitch. Like, I don't fucking know how to do that.
Right. Again, I'm not making any sorts of accusations about whether he did or did not do this, but when your chat says 80K but moves more like 3,000, then I think it's very valid and fair for a lot of people to question if this is legitimate or not.
This shit did went down significantly. Real shit. Like, at first, this shit was like 40,000, nigga. Then this shit went 15,000. You know what I'm saying? Then that shit just dropped more to 100, 200. Damn. Then I don't even hear about folks no more. I'm like, damn. That nigga ain't been on live in about, I don't know, in a couple of days. I'm phoning like, I guess shit. I don't know. Shit. Damn, come on.
Now, for what it's worth, the numbers changing don't take away the fact that Suburb Baby still did what he had to do in order to win the MVP of Streamer University. None of this proves that he actually purchased the actual bots. None of this proves that the previous viewership was fake or real. The only people that would know this stuff is Twitch and their internal data system. But even after said drop off from 80,000 to 6,000, that's still a major audience for what it's worth. But so now streamer Suburb Baby sits in this awkward position of celebrating this number and then having people accuse him of being some sort of cheater. But if he ignores them, then it almost feels like he has something that he's hiding. If he denies any responsibility, they'll say that he's lying. And now every future milestone that he accomplishes while he's streaming will be questioned. But see, this is where the story gets really interesting, because being view botted is not the same as buying view bots. And I don't think that people understand that.
The bots are going away.
What are you bots?
Someone's botting me.
So hold on.
Yeah, he got me with that shit. Buying view bots and being view botted. Yeah, he got me with that. I gotta do my homework.
So you can tell me, so how do you stop a view bot?
I don't know.
Yeah, how do
and
you
people
stop
are
that?
thinking I'm doing it. Nigga, I don't know how to view bot. And you would think like these niggas could just get them gone.
So hold on, so someone's view botting you, and how do you like tell them to stop?
You can't tell them to stop. Someone else has to just stop it. Like somebody higher up.
Hold on, Chad, don't that shit cost money?
It does.
It does?
Someone obviously has money though. Streamers not the only niggas that have money. The niggas view bot and have money. Cause like right now I have 46K. Right now how many do you have?
43K.
There's no way I have more than you.
I don't know, okay.
I got a couple thousand in here, but I don't got no 46.
So okay, how much you think you got in your chat right now?
13 maybe? I don't know.
So you guys don't think you have 13K?
It could be around 20. I don't know, but I know it's not 46.
I said earlier in the video that there are a plethora of reasons as to why somebody would be view botting, especially not like their own self view botting themselves. Maybe you're signed to a management company or a label and they would send view bots to your page to make you look like a bigger streamer. Maybe you are a fan of a streamer and instead of sending gifted subs, you might send view bots to this person. Now, people are more likely to enter a busier stream. Larger streamers feel like they are more important or there's something important going on. Clip pages start to look at them differently. The sponsorships that they get are bigger. Other creators become more interested in collaboration. There's so many reasons as to why somebody would be sending view bots to their favorite content creator or streamer's platform. But there are also negative impacts to view botting somebody. When somebody sees a meteoric rise like this, all of a sudden they become the talk of the town, but not necessarily for the good things. People start to question the integrity of said streamer. The real growth is no longer trusted, and then ultimately people don't want to be associated with them because they are a cheater. Or what could be even worse, Twitch could have a response to these view botting allegations, or at least what they think to be view botting allegations, and it could negatively impact said streamer. This is Twitch Support's method of combating those that are view botted. Today we are introducing a new enforcement type that we plan to roll out over the next few weeks. For channels identified as persistently view botting, we will apply a cap to the streamer's CCV, concurrent viewers, for a fixed period of time on all Twitch surfaces. The cap will be based upon historical data regarding the creator's non-view botted traffic. Repeated violations will result in longer penalties. Streamers will be notified when an enforcement is applied, along with the duration of the penalty, and can appeal through the appeals portal. Twitch is basically saying that they'll throw a number on your page to say that, hey, this is what this person is getting based off of historical data. But there's so much context that's missing from this situation, and it could negatively impact somebody like a Suburb Baby. We know.
I'm trying to ask ChatGPT what's the difference, and I still ViewBot basically fake views, generate views without genuine interest. Legit paid promotions. You pay third party company that promises a certain numbers of views. Those may confirm from bots, automated traffic, click farms, or people with little, no interest in your content. The problem is that 10,000 purchase views doesn't necessarily mean 10,000 people who care about your channel. You could end up with a video showing 10K views, but very low retention, likes and comments and subscribers. Oh, okay. I kind of get what it's going.
Know that he has had some sort of meteoric rise when it comes to streaming university. And I don't think, if it's true that he's not doing the botting himself, he should be negatively impacted based off of somebody else sending bots at him. Instead of portraying the true numbers that reflect the growth from streaming university, it'll ultimately show that he only has a couple hundred people because that's what the past 6, 7, 10 months have been saying about him. And now you have a situation in which a streamer is defending these numbers in order to clear their name, but only Twitch can do any sort of real investigation. So the problem isn't that just the bots can create this fake viewer count. The real problem is the influence that the fake number has on real people before Twitch can really get to it. Now, I'm not a big fan of this whole botting conversation because at the end of the day, you have to prove that you are still worthy to this audience that you fake captured or that you real captured due to fake memes. And so Suburb Baby is right. Even if he was botting himself, there is still a new floor that he has obtained through Streamer University. And the one thing that he needs to be weary about is the fact that in order to maintain this newfound viewership, you don't need to burn yourself out by giving all of your content, by pushing yourself to stream to all these different heights and limits and whatnot. Ultimately, he needed to slow down.
You've been streaming so fucking much. You know what I'm saying? I love the grind. Like, you be going fucking insane, bro. But I think though, I'm gonna keep a buck. I really think you should like take a mental slow down a little bit.
The bills don't care how you're doing mentally. They just want their money.
You made a good point. Yeah, you know, you made an absolutely good fucking point. You know, I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
Nigga, why you got 25 5-minute videos?
I'm streaming now.
At this point, you overworking. Right.
I'm streaming now.
Relax, bro. I'm honestly worried about your health, bro. You gotta know when. Bro, be a human for once, brother.
I ain't made it yet, nigga.
Yes, you did,
yes,
bitch.
You did.
You got MVP.
I ain't driving in a
You know what happened to me when I got MVP? I got the Ferrari, nigga.
Driving in Lambs and Rolls is not all it's cracked up to be, bro. We got all that shit, bro. It's not all
But
it's
this nigga
cracked
got
up.
25,000 videos.
Shit. If he wanna grind, let him grind. Shit. Hey, obviously he feel like he ain't made it yet. If he didn't feel like he ain't there yet, he ain't there yet. You know what I'm saying? He needs some more work to be done. Goddamn, it's my work.
Y'all got it, I don't.
For what it's worth, I think the Suburb Baby has a big and bright future in the content creation game. He's low-key speed running through all of the goods, the bads, the ups and the downs, only a week after stream.
So it is, you know what I'm saying, a turn down, you know what I'm saying? You gotta wind it down, you know, just to get that energy, because we a battery, goddamn, you know, we burn out, we got to recharge, go to sleep, wake up, you know. We gotta recharge,
University, the event that platformed him to the newest heights. Now, with that being said, this speed run might ultimately be detrimental, but he's now got a solid foundation of about 6,000-ish people watching him live, and all he has to do is turn that into a loyal and consistent fan base. Even if it looks suspicious because people are claiming that he is botting, even if it looks suspicious because he can't clarify where these things came from, he now has to take the foundation that he's made and build some sort of career with that. But in the effort to do that, he cannot burn himself out. Trying to convince that 6,000 viewer fan base that you're not going anywhere is not consistent and persistent on whether or not you are live. If anything, I think that they would love and appreciate the fact that you kind of take time and build out some sort of plan things. You took time to breathe and relax and make better content the next day, all these other things. And put it to the true test. Go away for a couple days, see if they come back. That's how you'll know if you actually have a true audience. Ultimately, I'm proud of Suburb Baby for doing what he did during Streamer University and instantly rolling it over into the next phase of his career. But just because you got a taste of the success doesn't mean that you want to get strung out on it before you even get a chance to really, really reap the benefits of what you
feel like, damn, what I was just gonna say, goddamn, I just lost my train of thought. God damn, I hate when I do that shit. But nah, he low key, you know what I'm saying? Keep up the grind though. Like, oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He, you know what I'm saying? I was watching a stream like a couple days ago, you know what I'm saying? He do got some other shit planning though. You know what I'm saying? Like some sleepover shit. Bro, with all the other big streamers like Funny Mike and them. So I'm gonna be looking out for that from them grave.
Go!
All right, y'all. We finna get into some Lil Durk shit real quick. God damn. Let's dive deep into it, man.
Yo, face! Show your face, please! With Durk on top!
OTF case, and it's not looking too good for Durk. But then again, as I told y'all in previous videos, with that music industry being the type of industry it is, I wouldn't be surprised if by whatever luck or go ahead that he manages to make his way out, I don't know. But for one, I can't tell you too many cases, or any cases for that matter, where someone escaped jail time all while having all type of witnesses, informants, cooperators. He damn near got every category of snitch against him in his case. Then audio evidence, phone calls, similar cases where he's accused of the same thing, music video and lyric evidence.
Nigga, like, it's all the evidence. Like, it's so much evidence. Like, nigga, he framed. Like, motherfuckers like, oh, man, feds can't, man, the feds ain't got shit on Durk. The feds ain't got shit on Durk. Bro, look at all the evidence, bro. The evidence.
Credit card purchases, phone records, hotels, literally every piece of evidence that you could think of. Now, I done seen guys go down for less. I done seen guys go down for having one witness testify, and this guy has plenty. So honestly, I'm tuned in to see what actually happens because this shall be very interesting, to say the least. And y'all also have to remember that the feds don't show their hand all at once before a trial. As y'all seen, once OTF Diddy tried to sever himself from Durk because him and his attorney thought they didn't have anything on him, that's when the feds whipped out a picture placing OTF Diddy not too far from the Los Angeles crime scene where Lil Pab lost his life in a food establishment with one of the other suspects. And the only reason they revealed that piece of evidence is because their hand was forced due to the pressure of his attorneys. So once again, when it comes to the feds, they have many tricks up their sleeve, and if you don't understand that, just rewind back to the FBG Duck trial, where they not only show footage from the shooting itself, but they done had surveillance footage from O Block identifying every last one of the suspects involved in the shooting, down to the timestamps from the time they left to the time they returned back from the shooting to the actual minute of it. They come to find out they had the very phone call made to the guys in O Block that got them up there in the first place. So, moral of the story is this: we don't know what the feds have.
And hold on, these niggas on top of they ain't put no ski mask on or nothing. They just walked out clear as day. Like, let's get that black car, let's get the black car.
Have until the time comes. And if you think whatever they've been releasing lately is something, just wait until we get to see what's really going on. Don't listen to me, don't listen to any YouTubers or even people that attended court hearings, because all we can do is react to what we're being told now. The real information will be released come trial time, which is just days away. Now with that being said, let's get into what they're calling another superseding indictment for the OTF/Durk Banks criminal enterprise. Now shout out to Durk all day for the info as usual, but we're going to break this down. And yes, people are calling it a fourth superseding indictment, but honestly, I don't think it is due to the nature of the charge, and honestly, this can fit more under the category of trumped up charges. Now I guess technically, it could be seen as a new charge or indictment, but it's really just a previous charge of a previous indictment split into two. So honestly, it seems like they're trying to trump up the charges to make him look like a monster, but I'm assuming that due to the technicality of the crime, maybe they can. I'm not sure. Honestly, I could just give my opinion. Now, according to the new alleged indictment, remember they hit Durk with a stalking charge of TB, aka Quando Rondo. Well, now they're giving him yet another stalking charge, or at least they tried to, on SR, who was Lil Pab. Now, the only reason I can see this being possible is being that although they had motive to unalive Quando Rondo, Lil Pab was unalived in the process. So being that he was unalived, he's now a part of the crime because he is also viewed as the victim who was.
Wait a minute, hold on. He wasn't even a target though. They missed him. Like, they wasn't trying to hit him, he just got hit. They weren't stalking him, they were stalking Quando. What the fuck they talking about?
Was in fact stalked, being that they can prove that white BMW was in fact trailing their SUV until they stopped at the gas station. So once again, I can only give my opinion, but if you ask me, it seems like a trumped up charge, but I'm no attorney, so don't take my word for it.
Hey, the feds, they just throwing shit in, bro, because that wasn't even the case.
Now we're going to get into the documents of this new indictment, and I want to know what you guys think, but before we get into it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, hype the video so we can get into the algorithm, and if you not subscribed to at the same time. Only difference is the increase in your bank account. Play a few games so you don't have to spend your own ends. Now let's get back to the video. Now the documents would state, quote, Plaintiff United States of America, by and through its counsel of record, Assistant United States Attorney Ian V. Yaniello, Michael J. Moore, and Daniel H. Weiner hereby files this notice regarding the fourth superseding indictment. This filing is based upon the attached memorandum of police and authorities, the files and records in this case, and such further evidence and argument as the court may permit. On July 31st, 2026, the grand jury returned a fourth superseding indictment, which contains one substantive change from the third superseding indictment to address a potential duplicity issue in count 3 of the TSI. As the government was preparing its pre-trial filings, including proposed jury instructions, it determined that count 3, as alleged in the TSI, the substantive 18 U.S.C. count potentially presented a duplicity issue given that multiple victims were alleged in the same count, holding that the victim is the unit of prosecution for a violation of 18 U.S.C., finding stalking charge duplicitous and ordering government to proceed as to only one victim. Accordingly, the FSI cures any such issue by separating the substantive stalking counts into the following. Count 3, stalking of TB using a dangerous weapon in violation of 18 U.S.C. And count 4, stalking of SR resulting in death in violation of 18 U.S.C. Now I want y'all to focus on the key part out of this whole thing. It says, quote, as the government was preparing its pre-trial filings, including proposed jury instructions, it determined that count 3, as alleged in the TSI, the substantive 18 U.S.C. count potentially presented a duplicity issue given that multiple victims were alleged in the same count. So here's what I'm thinking, y'all. I'm thinking that Dirk and his attorneys are saying, wait, you guys are trying to hit me with 2 stalking charges when it should be all in one. Why have 2 counts of the same thing? But like I said earlier, I don't know if it's a technicality where being that Quando Rondo was the intended target, but Little Pab was the victim, or what. But it seems like prosecutors tried to sneak that in and maybe Dirk's legal team caught it. Or, maybe it's the fact that if you pay close attention, when it came to Quando Rondo, it said that it's stalking using a dangerous weapon. And with Little Pab, it was a stalking count that resulted in a homicide. So technically it is 2 different charges that still fall under stalking, but once again, these are the games that the feds play, and honestly, it is a technicality that they may be able to get away with. And if I stand correct, it's just like drug charges, where you can catch a possession charge, but then you could also get a possession with the intent to distribute. It's the same possession charge, but technically it's a difference. And they still charge you with multiple counts, whether it's the same or not. Or if somebody's hit with a possession charge, you can get hit with a possession charge, but if you're a felon in possession of the weapon, then you can get hit with a felon being in possession of a weapon. So yes, it sounds crazy, but technically this is the law. So like I said, I'm no lawyer, but this is probably one of the technicalities that they could get away with. It sounds like BS, but they are separate charges, and I'm sure it'll be admissible as long as prosecutors can prove it. So I don't know, don't take my word for it, I'm no lawyer. Some people feel this is a 4th indictment, some people feel it isn't. Some people feel that this actually plays in the favor of Dirk and just goes to show that prosecutors don't have nothing and Dirk may be coming home. In fact, one user would state, quote, judge not letting that fly. Feds know they lost this case. Now another user would state, quote, keep telling y'all the case weak as F. That's why they keep trying to add all these new charges. Like I said, I think they're trumping up charges, but honestly, this is their job to do, and it's Dirk's attorney's job to defend him from such. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, right? As of today, it's been claimed that Dirk's OTF trial will be headed by the first openly GAY judge in history, Judge Fitzgerald. And I don't know, he's the first LGBTQ judge to be appointed to the federal bench in California, and I don't know what that could mean for this case. Some people think that this could help Dirk because maybe he wouldn't be as stern on him. However, I think it could play out as the opposite. I think maybe he'll actually take it more serious, being that he is the first GAY judge and feels that he may have a point to prove and try to be more aggressive in the sentencing just to send a message or throughout the whole case. I don't know. I could be wrong, but we'll just have to wait and see. Nobody knows. Trial is just days away. So I guess it's a lot of interesting things to unravel within this trial. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content.
Man, I don't care what motherfucker saying he threw. For real, that nigga threw. Oh shit, man.
This album.
Alright, y'all, we finna get into some Pooh Shiesty, man. This nigga dropped another, you know what I'm saying? Another, what? Another song? Oh, bro. I think he finna drop an album out too. On them grade. Shit go hard. Damn.
That Pooh Shiesty just dropped is gonna get him life in prison. Let me remind you guys that Pooh Shiesty is currently in jail, facing Fed charges that could land him in prison for the rest of his life. That is not out of the realm of possibility.
Justice Department is laying out some details about this crime involving some big name rappers, Gucci Mane and two other industry pros who were apparently kidnapped and robbed, according to the Justice Department, by Pooh Shiesty, by Big 30, along with some others. A total of 9 suspects have been arrested. So here's what we know. These DOJ officials say Gucci Mane was lured into what was a fake business meeting in Dallas at a music studio that turned into what they called an armed takeover, where Mane and these others were held at gunpoint. This is back in January. They got robbed of their Rolexes, their cash, their jewelry. At one point, Gucci Mane was even basically forced to sign a release from a record label. Priscilla Thompson is joining us now. It is wild stuff, Priscilla. What else happened?
Yeah, Hallie, unbelievable, made for the movies kind of stuff. So Pooh Shiesty is signed to Gucci Mane's record label. So this business meeting was scheduled in January at a recording studio in Dallas, and Pooh Shiesty shows up with 8 other people. You mentioned Big 30. Also, his father was among those with him, and Gucci Mane shows up with 2 people. They're all in this recording studio together. Pooh Shiesty says to Gucci Mane, "Can we speak privately?" And he allegedly, according to this complaint, asked Gucci Mane to sign a release form that would release Pooh Shiesty from the record deal. Gucci Mane declined. They argue back and forth. Pooh Shiesty asks someone to bring him a bag and pulls out an AK-style pistol, according to this complaint, and demands that Gucci Mane sign this document releasing him from the recording deal. After that document is signed, then he goes on, Pooh Shiesty, to steal Gucci Mane's wedding ring, other jewelry, his wallet, and then the small group of individuals goes back out into the larger group that's in that recording studio, and apparently all 8 of the other men who were with Pooh Shiesty pull out guns and began demanding property from Gucci Mane and the men who were with them. So we're talking about Louis Vuitton bags, Rolexes, cash, wallets. There's even physical altercations where there are photos of people with scratches. At one point, the complaint says that there was a man who had a gun put to his head, and they believed that they were all going to be executed, but they were allowed to leave eventually.
And people, here's the good part, all right? We don't even have to use our imagination. It all took place on camera for us to see.
Shit, oh, shit. You dropping this dumb deal. Bro, let them know it's a done deal. Why is it done deal? Let them know you dropping me, I drop you. No, say it. Who should I say drop from 1017? Shout out to real nigga ain't never did no police shit or none of that, bro. Tell them what's going on. Bro, we just did it. That's done. What you do? You drop. You said you want to be dropped, you drop. You signed the paper and it's done.
So, yo, I'm more impressed that, yo, the Pooh Shiesty thought this will work. Watch this.
Dropping this dumb deal. Bro, let them know it's a done deal.
I am more impressed that Pooh Shiesty thought.
That nigga got the Draco pointed out. You hear me? Look at that bitch. He sell him off that motherfucking leg, nigga. Shit, nigga. Shit. Bro, you say, you all right, man? Hold on. That nigga, he folks like, yeah, you at the label? You out the label? Bro.
A video of somebody pulling a gun out on Gucci Mane as he's confirming he dropped them would get like I'm so I'm so confused as like what possible outcome did Pooh Shiesty expect other than him being arrested and put in jail. But here's the thing, okay? If the footage of him robbing or kidnapping Gucci Mane was not enough, okay? If the eyewitnesses was not enough, Pooh Shiesty just dropped the album and he did everything possible on his album to get himself a life sentence. This album was nothing short of a self-incrimination and a statement on himself. After kidnapping Gucci Mane, holding him at gunpoint with a Draco, robbing him, and then robbing the people that he was with a Draco, Pooh Shiesty raps, swear with that Drake, I do ish bogus. Go ask blank, which I can only assume stands for Gucci. Go ask Gucci about it, ninja. Then he goes, I know why most rappers are bees, and I'm finna tell you the difference. They try to live what they rap. Meanwhile, I'm rapping how I'm living. Rapper-wise, he might be king. Gucci Mane album in 2015 was called King Gucci. Rapper-wise, he might be king. In the streets, I'm the governor, ninja. Swear with that Drake, he says it again. I do ish bogus. Go ask blank Gucci about it, ninja.
And one's on the foul, or with that Drake, I do bogus. Go ask about it.
I know why most rappers don't finna tell you the difference. They trying to live what they rap. Meanwhile, I'm rapping how I'm living. Rapper wise, he might be king in the streets. I'm the governor. Or with that Drake, I do bogus. Go ask about it.
I can't even call that self-snitch.
What? On the phone in jail rapping that shit? What the? Hey, if he on a jail car rapping the lyrics, bro, that shit diabolic, bro. Real shit. That shit real crazy, man.
Bruh.
Oh, shit, I'm gonna drop my damn cup.
Anymore, bro. I think at this point, Pooh Shiesty has fully accepted he's gonna do a long time in prison. He's caught on camera. There's really no way to fight this. They got the Draco on camera. Like they're kidnapping him, they're holding him hostage, they're making him, say on camera that he's released. They just made him sign the paperwork, right? Gucci Mane is telling, the witnesses there are telling. Like there's 0% chance he beats this because, well, they're telling and it's on camera. So he fully understands what he's about to get himself into, right? He don't expect to beat this. He has came to the realization, and the realization is he's gonna go out his way, and his way is robbing Gucci Mane and then bragging about it on a record, even though he's a part of an active Fed case. In a song called Reap What You Sow, which also falls into my theory, I think Pooh Shiesty has accepted his decisions. Like he has accepted his fate and he ain't tripping at all. Because in a song called Reap What You Sow, he rapped, all I asked was the bare minimum. Ninja held his nuts on me, talking about, all I asked was for Gucci to give me this. Because apparently, Pooh Shiesty like wanted to stay in the contract, but he just wanted Gucci to give him back his masters, right? Because he felt like he signed an effed up deal. He signed a deal when he wasn't in a position to really have leverage, but now he's hot. He done gave Gucci Mane a couple platinum records. He done made Gucci Mane millions of dollars, and he just felt like, bruh, if I gave you like damn near like 6, 7, 8 years of an F.
It don't work like that, broski. Oh God, that shit do not work like that. Your contract don't say that though. I don't care what you talking about. Hey, what I did. It ain't what you said you did. It's what that contract said, bro.
Up contract, right? Like, I done recouped and over recouped. You saw me when I was like a little dirty kid, man.
Hey,
I gave you a couple platinum records, man. Bro, just give me back my masters, man. Gucci said, hell no.
Hey, my fault from stopping it, but that's the thing. That's why motherfuckers be, getting fucked over and shit at the end. You know what I'm saying? They be so thirsty when they, like he said, when he a little ass kid, dirty as fuck, looking for a come up. Oh, Gucci Mane. Oh, shit, folks ass finna put me on. Gucci Mane, put me on, folks, put me on. He, all right, man, let me hear your shit. All right, that shit sound good. All right, look at that contract. Sign it. All right, you signed it. All right. He ain't even read nothing. He ain't tell nobody to help him go over it. he ain't signed nobody to, you know what I'm saying? At least hire somebody to go over that shit for him or something. Like, motherfucker just, man, this is $1 million deal right here. This is it. This me. My life changed.
Like I can give you another advance. I can give you you feel me? A bigger advance. Like I can give you some more money, but I ain't giving you back that, you feel me? Like back the masters, but we can renegotiate. I give you a higher percentage, but I ain't giving you back the masters. And Pooh Shiesty felt like the masters was the bare minimum. So if you're not trying to give it to me, he goes right here. So I took it there.
Yeah, the masters.
Yeah.
The bare minimum.
F you mean, ninja? I took it there. Yo, listen, man. Listen, bro. Yo, Boosie. Because I seen Boosie did like an entire video about, yo, why y'all be solving crimes on YouTube? Bro, we won't be solving crimes, but the rappers be solving crimes, bro. The man says, all I asked was the bare minimum, ninja. He held his nuts on me, so I took it there. Yeah, F you mean? He's saying I'll do it again. But there are gonna be some people who will see me pointing out these lyrics and call me the police.
And in the pod eating Popeye selling dope off of Apple Watch. Rumor, I shook the pen just like I shook the streets. At first you said I was jail talking, now all of a sudden you believe in me. I ain't never needed no hoe. Always been what a hoe need. Took the critics, I beat the feds. That shit me. All I asked was the bare minimum. Hell, this nuts on me. So I took it there. Yeah, you supposed to put hoes on their back. You put your on their feet, especially when they certified. Took their time and ain't screamed. Never got hoes, never folded, and they putting on for the team.
I gotta admit, what Pooh Shiesty did was dumb.
Saying shit stupid, but hey, that shit go hard though. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that shit slam. Bro, like, hey, that nigga lyrical as fuck though. To me, that nigga got talent.
All right, so I don't want to back away from that. What he did was dumb. Kids, do it the legal way, okay? Kids, do it the legal way.
I say he got talent.
But you have to admit, that's like the most compelling argument for if you were to have an argument for doing something as dumb as Pooh Shiesty did, that's like the most compelling argument I've ever heard. That's understandable. Like, even though what Pooh Shiesty did was dumb, even though what he did cannot be defended, I'm not defending it. I'm not defending it, bro. That's the most compelling argument I've heard yet for Pooh Shiesty. Man, listen, man. Yo, he knew he was dealing with a real street. Facts. Yo, I went to jail for 5 years, man. He ate, right? He ate good off me. You know, I ain't squeal. I kept it solid. I kept my mouth shut. I ain't complaining about nothing. Man, I came home, man. He's supposed to take care of me, man. You know, and he got to hanging his nuts on me. Nah, man, you only put the you know, like the women on, you put the women on their back, not no gangster. That's the most compelling argument I think anybody can have. And you can't really argue with Pooh. You can't really argue with him. The only thing you'll say is, man, Pooh, you should have went to the courthouse, man. But you can't really argue. He not lying. He's telling the truth. Right? You can't be hogging all the motion. Come on. He not capping. That's a fact. Gucci was supposed to reward him for being solid, but here's the thing, though. Pooh Shiesty thought he was signed to a street ninja. Pooh Shiesty ain't know, bro. It been 5 years, but you been going for 5 years, man. Gucci Mane done changed, bro. Gucci ain't no street dude no more, man. Gucci is corporate, right? Gucci is an executive at Atlantic, bro. Gucci is working for Atlantic, not for you, Shiesty.
Oh, God.
So Gucci is doing whatever he could do to make sure Atlantic make more money so he can make more money. He not worried about taking care of you. He not worried about rewarding you for being, right, like the biggest, most solid street dude on planet Earth. He made another very compelling argument for why Gucci is flawed. In the song called McLaren Truck, Pooh Shiesty wrote, "Hey, P, quit ball hogging that motion. Turn your members up." Like, come on, like that's as, like, I'll be real, like that's as clear cut as you can make it, right? That was his model. Bro, like, there's enough money for us all to eat, but it feels like you taking everything for yourself and you're not really looking out.
That sound like
right? You ain't supposed to treat me like no sucker because I'm solid, and I always kept it solid. That was his mentality. He was expecting Gucci to keep it solid, and Gucci ain't keep it solid because Gucci done transformed to an executive. He's no longer a street dude. You are signed to an executive, and Shiesty couldn't take it.
Get them cut, won't make me proud, go catch a face. Call Katie when you zip them up. Hey, quit ball hogging that motion. Turn your members up. We migrated to FRT. The feds picking them switches up. The type of pressure we apply, we make gangsters go snitch on us. If you panic up on the move, we label you free cup. I kept trying to pull Hank out the car, but one of his feet.
The pressure that we apply make gangsters go and snitch on us. I mean, sound like an autobiography here, people. Yo, listen, man. If the footage was not enough, I can almost guarantee you these lyrics is going to be used in court. They're going to be brought up. These lyrics are probably going to guarantee that Pooh Shiesty does life in prison. Because, bro, Pooh Shiesty's sentence is what? I think what he's like looking at something crazy like 47 years in prison or some nonsense like that, bro. He's what, 28, 27? Bruh, it's not a guarantee you survive a 40-plus year sentence, bruh. Yo, the average American lived to like, what, 70? Y'all let me know in the comment section which.
Oh, fuck, nigga. You shouldn't have crossed the, you know what I'm saying? He a street nigga. You shouldn't have crossed that nigga over. Bro. Nah, man. He should have low-key, you know what I'm saying, went to court for that shit, though. I ain't gonna bet. He should have just, you know what I'm saying, called, you know what I'm saying, called his lawyer, you know what I'm saying, took his ass to court. Let us know I need something, man. I need to get out this deal, bro. You can't, you know what I'm saying, be a street nigga for every situation. You know what I'm saying? It's coming, like, he should have, like, it's a place and time to be a street nigga. You know what I'm saying? When you made it, you can't be no street nigga no more. You transform. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be a businessman now. A certified businessman, not a certified gangster. You know what I'm saying? No, bro.
These 5.
Hey, we finna get into this, what's folks' name that told on himself and killed Tupac? Bro, we finna get into that shit.
Words that Keefe D has uttered in the past is gonna bury Keefe D at trial. But before we even get to the 5 words, Keefe D's entire strategy for trial is ludicrous and it's nonsense. For some reason, Keefe D has not allowed his lawyer to speak. He's been speaking for himself and he believes he could outsmart these prosecutors and outsmart these detectives when he don't got the brain power to do so, and his defense just makes no sense. Like, for example, Keefe D is now claiming that he was not even in Vegas the night that Tupac died, that he was not even there, it was all a lie, it was all a fable. But the only problem...
Tell us a story then, you know what I'm saying, years, like 4 years, 5 years later, you're gonna be like, yeah, that's a lie. Nah, hot water now, shit boiling. Now you want to be like, yeah, it ain't me, no.
problem with that is there's absolute proof that Keefe D was in Vegas.
Damn.
I would like to send how my family is in danger and stuff like that, and how I wasn't even in Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't in Vegas when this stuff happened. So I just said that stuff to get out of trouble.
So you were not in Las Vegas, you're saying September 7th, 1996?
No, I wasn't. They can't prove I wasn't in Las Vegas.
Here's the only problem with that. Keefe D is his own worst enemy. You know who showed us he was in Vegas? Keefe D. Keefe D showed us he was in Vegas. In his book, he included a picture of himself and a family member in Vegas at the fight.
Do he remember? He told the whole story. He was there too.
The very same fight he's now claiming that he was not present in.
I do want to mention, you had said that you were not in Vegas the night that Tupac died when there was the Mike Tyson fight. Again, I read this book, every single page. You included a picture of your sister and yourself at the fight.
That wasn't no fight. Why would I wear an overcoat in September? That's what, I had no fight. Why would I wear an overcoat and a hat? I had a suit on and an overcoat. That was a New Year's party. That was a New Year's party.
So it says over here, me and my sister at the fight.
that book. That dude just put that stuff in there. He ain't had no fight. September the 7th, it'll be 115 degrees. What I want to wear a suit with an overcoat on and a hat. Don't make sense.
So you,
Go back and look at the degrees on that September. You think I'll wear that in September 7th? Come on now. A suit with an overcoat on and a hat.
This is why you need an attorney.
Worth 1,000 words. So I'm good. We got yes, evidence.
Because you're putting things out there that are going to be brought back in court, and it limits what your attorney can really argue. If you've already presented like your argument for court, if you've already presented the scope of your argument, now your attorney is limited by his creativity. He can't really go outside of that scope because you already said you was not in Vegas. So if he comes back and says, well, he was in Vegas, but well, too late now, bro, right? He can't even flip it that way. Sir, you was in Vegas, right? Multiple people saw you. There are witnesses, right? They're calling witnesses who can testify that Keefe D was in Vegas. Now, Keefe D is on a jailhouse call already trying to discredit the witnesses they're going to call to confirm that Keefe D was in Vegas, right? Now, he's claiming that the person they're calling, he has murder charges.
My family in real danger. They got like 2 witnesses that's, there's some dangerous dudes. Like they said, my son put out a hit on one of them. His name is Dante Lee. He the one real dangerous. He killed 3 guys out there in La Mirada, California.
Okay.
And he said my son put out a hit on him. I wouldn't want my son nowhere near him because he get to kill people for free and get out of jail for free. You know what I'm saying? And they gave him $5,000 to move. He just
stopping it, but this nigga a rat, bro. This nigga came out and told the story of what happened, then lied, then telling on people. Oh my God, just to get out the situation. God damn
playing him out of $5,000. He's wrong, He's wrong. And then that Reggie Wright Jr., he's threatening my son on the internet. The last few days, he didn't threaten him on the internet. It's wrong.
This is a video from the fight. You can just look at what people are wearing. This dude is wearing a coat. This dude is wearing a coat. Suge Knight had on a coat and a hat, right?
Hey, hold on. It's the fact that he's trying to make it sound all sentimental. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. No, nigga, you wrong.
So everybody at the fight had on coats and hats, okay? Now, whoever the witness is, again, I don't know, right? I don't know these people. However, they're testifying that, Keefe D was certainly at that fight and he's lying and he was certainly in Vegas. I don't even understand why that would be your argument. If that's your argument, sir, you already lost. You already lost, okay? It's already over with, man. Now, the next argument is, I didn't write the book, right? All the things you heard in the book, I didn't write it. I'm sorry, right? I didn't write the book. What? Sir, did you forget your words when talking about this book? Did you forget that you were the one who co-signed the book as absolute fact?
You wanted to say that for the Compton Street Legend, man. Y'all need to go buy that book. Compton Street Legend.
I'll get everybody the whole book.
Yeah. You don't have to say something for them,
Yeah.
And we gonna do a doc. So, yeah.
So where can everybody get
we get more detail to that. Where can they get the book?
Yeah.
It's on Amazon, Compton Street Legends, and it's gonna be in Barnes & Nobles September the 15th. Yeah. It's a good read, and it's the truth, and it's stamped, homeboy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no reason to lie. Everybody saying this and this and that, but when nobody there but me. Greg Caden wasn't there. Motherfucking none of them suckers was there. I was there. So
Pac and Suge get shot up and they're heading to the hospital. And you guys head back to Compton the next morning.
The next day.
They're going to have a ball with Keefe D, man. All they're going to have to do is just bring his words to court, man. Oh, he's saying he ain't write the book. Oh, he's saying the book is fabricated. Here's him saying the book is 100% fact. Here's him saying the book is actually him telling the story. He said, this is me telling the story. Now he's saying I ain't write the book, but he said, this is me telling the story. Because he wasn't there, he wasn't there, he wasn't there, he wasn't there. Only I was there, or only I can tell the story. Well, thank you for telling the story, KVD, right? You done told yourself into a jail cell.
Stupid ass.
I don't see how he's trying to play this as if he has a chance. But here's the thing, okay? Here are the words from my perspective that are going to absolutely cook Keefe D, because Keefe D said, hey, I wasn't in Vegas. He said, hey, okay? I was not in Vegas. I didn't kill anybody. I didn't contribute to anybody being killed. I wasn't even there. Well, here's the thing, okay? In his proffer agreement, as well as during interviews, Keefe D confirmed that he looked Suge Knight in his eyes. That when they pulled up on the side of Tupac's and Suge Knight car, Suge Knight recognized him, he recognized Suge Knight, and they looked each other in their eyes. This is gonna come back to haunt Keefe D.
Lane starts blasting. You say Suge looks over, he sees you. He looks right at you.
Yeah, he looks at me.
Okay. When he looks over at you, and then Tupac's busy getting shot. Evidently, the story is Tupac's trying to either get out
in
of
the back seat or something.
Yeah. What do you see happening inside of their car?
I seen a bullet going Suge's head. I thought he was dead.
So Orlando shot across Dre?
He leaned over on the window. We rolled down the window, popped.
Who was it?
They would drove on my side. I would popped them. You know what I'm saying? But they was on the other side.
Right. God damn.
Dude, we went up on the side and boom. Made that right. It was over.
When you guys pulled up, you seen Suge. You looked Suge in his eyes?
Yeah.
What did...
Those 5 words, yeah.
It's like he confident of the story. Like, man, I did that hit. Like, I was there with the hit. Like, God damn.
He looks at me. Yeah, he looks at me. That's gonna bury Keefe D, because that right there takes away all the nonsense of I didn't write the book. Oh, I wasn't there. Oh, like I didn't shoot nobody. Oh, I wasn't there when somebody got killed. Well, Suge Knight was there when somebody got killed.
Shit, he even said you thought this, you know what I'm saying, Suge Knight head was, you know what I'm saying, caught a bullet in his head or some shit. Oh, bro, so, nigga, you was there.
And you claim that you looked at Suge Knight and Suge Knight looked at you.
Oh, bro.
All they really need is to bring Suge Knight for Suge Knight to confirm. Did Keefe D look you in your eyes? Did you look at Keefe D? Well, guess what we found out today? Guess who is a witness for the prosecution? Guess who? Well, Suge Knight is going to be testifying. Suge Knight is trying to get out of jail early. Suge Knight is currently doing like 40, 50 years? So Suge Knight has been campaigning to get out of jail early. Now, it's being reported that Suge Knight apparently is getting a deal. That if he come to court and do what he's supposed to do, he might get an early release. So because Keefe D have admitted in public, right, that he looked at Suge Knight in his eyes at the murder scene, then all Suge Knight got to do is come and testify that, yeah, I looked at Keefe D in the car before shots rang out, and Keefe D is over with.
A new witness list is out ahead of the murder trial for Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, the man accused in the 1996 killing of rapper Tupac Shakur here in Las Vegas. Davis is charged with orchestrating the drive-by shooting that happened near Flamingo and Koval. Shakur died 6 days later. The trial is expected to start in 1 week on August 10th. Among those listed as expected witnesses, Marion Suge Knight, who was in the car with Shakur that night and is the only other surviving witness to the shooting, as well as Shakur's sister and former Las Vegas Mayor Oscar Goodman. Davis was arrested in Henderson in September of 2023, and he is the only person ever taken into custody in the case.
Don't get me wrong. I was heard that Suge is being offered a deal. Suge, I think, have came out like a while ago and said he don't want to testify. He don't want to testify. They shouldn't call him. So I'm not sure if that have changed after the deal's been, after the deal has been offered. But Keefe D stands no chance, bro.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
He's cooked, bro. It's over with for Keefe D. Trust me, bro. It's done, bro. There's absolutely no chance that Keefe D beats this whatsoever. I don't even see the argument for it. Like, what is he gonna? Hey, bro. Well, I wasn't there, but yet people are saying that you were there. I wasn't there, but yet you wrote a book describing each and every detail, but yet you did multiple interviews talking about this murder in grave details? If his excuse is, I was not there, I didn't do this, I lied, you're gonna have to come with something much better than I lied. People get convicted on circumstantial evidence all the time. This happens before almost every murder trial or almost every case. People tend to think that if there's not HD 4K camera of this person doing it, then like there's no case. And that's not how the justice system works. In most cases, the majority of cases, there's not footage of the person doing a crime. If there was footage, there wouldn't really be a trial, right? Most cases are proven based on circumstance. Most cases are proven based upon a reasonable doubt, right? Circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial evidence is what most cases, like live and die upon. So this narrative of, like there's no footage. Well, where's the gun at? Well, that's not gonna buy him that, man. Trust me, I'm telling you guys right now, it's not. And unfortunately for Keefe D, this is a Tupac homicide, bruh. You're gonna have a tough time finding a jury who don't got a Tupac fan on it. And then they hear from your words how you murdered their favorite rapper. Man, cut it out, man. Stop.
All eyes on me was my favorite motherfucker. Oh, I ain't helping your ass, hell no. Oh, bro. Well, they for that. No, I don't know why he told on himself, man. Why the fuck he just come? I thought he thought, shit, I'm getting tongue tied. Shit, goddamn. Oh. Yeah, sip to that. Yeah, folks thought he was gonna get extra money.
Blueface made a really big mistake.
All right, y'all, we finna get into the story of Blueface again. Let's dive deep into it.
On stream today that's eventually going to come back and backfire on him. So Blueface had a couple of girls on stream with him, nothing out of the ordinary. This is the usual for him. And this situation got really bad, but it all started over a conversation and a debate over racism out of all things.
No, you've been lied to your whole life. You've been lied to.
I've literally grown up.
Because you don't know what colorist is. You're taking colorist and turning it into racism.
It's not racism.
Is racism and colorist the same thing?
Racism is when white people with superior
No, you don't have to be white to be racist.
You do have to be white to be racist.
So black people can't be racist?
Black people can be racist.
You're young.
Let me explain.
Play the music. She's young. She just said only white people can be racist. Can black people be racist?
You know what? Let me tell you something.
Can black people be racist?
No. Black people can only be racist.
Turn the music up.
The conversation at this point is all over the place. So she got upset at Blueface and called Blueface a colorist because Blueface said she was pretty for a dark-skinned girl. So that's where this initial conversation started, and then it spiraled over into racism. I think they're both just having two different conversations, to be honest. She's having a conversation about systematic racism. Blueface is having a conversation about the textbook Webster Dictionary definition of racism, which are, again, those are just two different conversations.
He said you look good for a dark-skinned girl. Like, you look good, shit. You fine.
Conversations. So, which is why, like, it got so heated, because they're having two different conversations, and they're both right, respectively, right? Because, again, black folks can't systematically be racist or affect anything in America, right? And Blueface is right that the textbook definition of racism is simply believing that another race is inferior. So they're having two different conversations, and instead of listening to each other, this just spiraled out of control badly.
Yeah. Oh, shit, my fault.
Shut the you young. Black people can be racist. Black people can be racist. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You so dark, you dumb. You don't even know what colorist means.
You don't know what it means.
You read something online. You read something on Instagram. You read it on Instagram.
I didn't read it, I lived it.
Racism or colorist?
You had a Google colorist.
You live racism or colorism?
Can you listen to me? Because I listen to you.
Bro, you're not listening to nothing I'm saying.
I'm listening to what you're saying, but I'm saying black people can only be prejudiced. You know why? Because racism comes from power. People who have power, but white people,
You're 21. Shut the
Alright, shut up.
You were born in 2005. You don't know what you're talking about. You just said black people can't be racist. That don't make no sense.
Oh my God, that's racist. They don't have power.
You still saying that dumb So black people can't be racist.
No.
Turn the music up. Turn the music up.
Blueface made a couple of obvious mistakes here. First off, arguing with a woman is nuts, especially on camera. Now, I understand you're live streaming, but once you realize the conversation isn't going anywhere, y'all don't understand each other, Blueface ain't really trying to understand what she's saying, it's not going to go anywhere. You detach. But it felt like Blueface was the one escalating the conversation, right? Even how he told her to shut up is dismissive, right? If Blueface would have said, let's talk about something else, right? To me, like, that would have been like a nicer way. But simply saying shut up, understanding that ego is at play here, and she's not going to hear you tell her shut up in front of...
Look, okay, chat, my bad for stopping the video, but check it out. If women listen, you got two types of men. You got, you know what I'm saying, a man over here, you know what I'm saying, he gets an altercation with a woman, he ain't finna go no further. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all right. He ain't finna walk off. Then it's this other part, this other set of man, you know, hey, motherfuckers ain't finna take no shit. What you talking about? Look at my goddamn face talking all that goofy ass shit, bitch. You ain't fucked up, hoe. Fuck's talking about, bitch. Oh, bro. And I guess that's the one Blueface is, apparently. Shit.
Of like 3,000 people and think, okay, cool, right? I'm gonna shut up. No, right? No, like obviously not. Like obviously she's going to continue to talk so she don't, right? Like so she don't look crazy. So I put the onus on Blueface for not de-escalating this situation as fast as he could, because he continues to escalate it, and eventually it just gets to a point that's really bad, and I just have a bad feeling that this is going to backfire really badly once you see what Blueface did to her at the end of this video.
This is just for you guys in the chat. Black people can definitely be racist.
Everybody can be
racist. She don't know where the she's from. She's just talking. What's the definition of racism? What's the definition of racist? What is the definition of racist?
Being prejudiced to someone based on their skin color. You cannot be racist to someone that is
What is the
already
definition of
oppressed.
racist?
You cannot be racist to someone
You're not
that's
Martin
already
Luther King.
oppressed.
Shut up.
You're not racist to someone that's already oppressed.
What's the definition of racism?
Simple. We're already oppressed.
What's the definition of racism?
We are already
What's the
oppressed.
definition of racism? We're not asking about oppressed. What's the definition of racism? Tell me. You so smart. Tell me. You want me to tell you first, huh?
Go ahead.
You want me to tell you first? Okay. Let me tell you first.
Please tell me first.
Because you.
Hey, Chad, he probably got that shit tatted on him. He got so many goddamn tattoos on him. I'm phone him grave.
You thought you knew a colorist, man.
Please build on my
Because you've been on TikTok, you've been on Instagram, and you see people say, if you say something about dark skins, you're a colorist.
In the grand scheme of things, that dark skin girl comment isn't even top 5 worst things he did on his live stream. But people right now is still going off on him for it. Like, women is blasting him online for those comments. And that's the thing. You don't really have you didn't really have to engage. Like, this conversation does not really serve you. Like, what's the purpose of engaging in this conversation? Like, what is it going to benefit you? It's just like, it's not at all. It feels like every decision he's currently making is either content driven or ego driven, because there's some points like during this conversation where he even tells the girls on the side to be quiet. So
once again, chat, again, you got two types of men out here. You got one part of the man, like one set of guys, like, ain't no purpose of arguing with this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna argue with her. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? This bitch is just gonna keep me yapping. Fuck her. You know what I'm saying? Then you got another set of guys like, shit. I'm bitch, nigga. Shit. I'm
Mike can pick up like in their debate and their argument more. He even tells the driver, yo, turn on the music so they can hear their argument more, right? So it doesn't. So it don't feel like he's out of control. It feels like everything he's doing is strategic and purposeful, which makes this even more concerning, because why would you strategize a clip like this that makes you look terrible, especially towards the end? The end is where he does something that got AB and Dina Gray in trouble and ultimately sued.
No. Go ahead, keep going. Search it up.
No, that's not how colorists work.
I can tell you right now.
I just told you the definition of colorist.
You know what you're talking about. Mind you, you searched it.
Okay.
Please don't.
Okay.
Read it out loud. Thank you. Read it out loud.
Are you ready?
Go ahead. You said I'm trying, but
Shut the f up. Oh, y'all not talking about nothing over here.
that's all. We're all talking.
You want to know the definition of racist, right? A person who holds the belief that a certain race are inherently superior or inferior to others.
Okay, Grandma.
Where the f does it
And
say?
where does that come from? Power. And where does the power come from?
Why don't say power?
100 years of oppression. It doesn't have to, you know what? It doesn't have to be as simple as a Google definition.
You are so
it has
dumb.
to be as
You are so dumb.
as going through
You are
history
so
books.
dumb.
I'll be dumb.
You are so dumb.
You just because you don't understand me, I'll be dumb.
She's not dumb. She's actually pretty intelligent. Now, she's not articulating it perfectly, but she understands the concept. She understands what systematic racism is, and that's what she's trying to articulate, which is systematic racism. Blueface is arguing the textbook definition of just blanket racism. So they're just arguing two different things. Blueface ain't really trying to hear her out, and once you get called dumb a couple of times, you don't really feel like hearing out the other person either. But she's not dumb. Again, I've seen dumb people. I wouldn't categorize this chick as dumb at all.
Definitions, and she makes her own
I don't
definition.
take that.
I just read a definition.
like
It don't say nothing about oppression. It don't say nothing about. You're 21. You don't know nothing about history. You're born in 2005. You don't know nothing about history.
Read the book.
What history? What
Read
book?
the
What
book.
book?
Every book. You can read a book.
Bro, you're 20.
I ain't gonna lie to you, I would have been stopped. I'm like, man, this shit, it's like beating a dead horse. Like, you ain't gonna, like, you ain't gonna win this shit, man. Like,
You're 21. You're 21. You don't know nothing about history. So what's racist mean? What's racist mean? And what did I just read?
You just read someone oppresses someone.
It didn't say nothing about oppression.
I'm telling you, it's coming from
Racist means that you think you're better than somebody else because of the race you are.
Blueface, you know what?
Oh my God.
My homegirl want to party and have fun.
Then just shut up.
You shut up. Bye.
Pull over and kick this game.
Go ahead.
Pull over. Pull over right here.
They're currently on the highway. Blueface is saying, kick her out on the highway.
Hey, here you go. There it is. Bro. FBI, open up!
Bad mistake. Let me remind you guys of somebody else who did the exact same thing and how it played out for them. It landed them with a lawsuit. Yeah. It landed them with the worst PR ever, but more importantly, a lawsuit that they're currently dealing with. The girl they kicked out got hit by a car, got sent to the hospital.
Oh, no.
You know who that was? Well, Dina Gray and AB. Here is the exact same thing that took place on their stream that Blueface is attempting to do a couple of months ago that led to nothing but chaos in their life. So I don't know why Blueface would attempt to repeat this on camera as if he didn't see what they went through already.
Tell her your age. We don't play. I ain't playing, bro. How old you is, bro?
No, that is. Yeah, tell us how you're from drop you off.
Get the out. She jump out of here. She lied. She a red flag. Don't ever lie.
Back off on me, okay? So I'm thinking, oh, this is content. Like, you know, like I need to control myself. I need to control my emotions because this is content. Like they're gonna come back for me. There's no way they're just gonna, you know. So like once I seen that car like keep, I was like, oh my God, like screaming, like running, like screaming to the top of my lungs. Like they left me. Like I was drunk. My emotions were high.
She also posted a video of her in the hospital, but it's too graphic. I think she got like blood on her hands, something like that. So I can't play it. Yeah, but that was the outcome of it. Now, Blueface kicking this girl out on the side of the highway. To me, like come on, bro. Now, the worst part about this too is the people that was with Blueface tried to stop him from his bad decision. Like his driver was not trying to pull over. He said, bro, no. But Blueface demanded he stop. Like they were trying to save him from this bad decision. but he was just adamant.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. Me and Blueface would have been arguing for the, like, if I was the driver, I was like, man, look, Blueface, who driving here, motherfucker? Hey, look, I know how much you paying me, but look, nigga, you gonna have a lawsuit, motherfucker. I don't got, look, bro, I'm trying to help your ass out. What the fuck you talking about? You suing me, I'm suing you.
That, no, T gotta go. And I truly hope this don't backfire against Blueface, bro. I truly hope it doesn't, man.
Number one. Do you gonna do what I say, bro? Pull over. And get this the car. I can't argue with stupidity. Get this. Pull over right here. Pull over right here. You asking questions for? Yo, about this. Y'all got a dumbass car. Y'all want to keep her in here? Get your stupid ass out. Look how fast her dumb ass is to get out where she don't know. Get your ass out so she can get her ass out. No, cause your friend's stupid. Y'all so smart, but y'all friend an idiot. Look at her.
She's not stupid.
Bro, I don't give a nothing to listen to. Let her dumb ass get out. She serves no purpose. She's a little ass kid. Hurry up! What the taking so long? What the waiting for? Get your little stupid ass out. Go ahead. Come on. Hurry up. Let's go. Chop chop. No, we don't give a grown. You want to be stupid too? No, you're not stupid. That's why I you. These stupid. This don't know what color is, racist. No, what do you need? At the end of the day, y'all all grown. So when a tell you to go, your dumb friend said it's fine.
That's crazy.
Stay with her.
Peace and quiet.
So when a motherfucker tell you to go, your dumb ass friend said it's fine. Yeah, now y'all both on the side of the highway because your friend's stupid. That's y'all fault.
Don't need your input. Don't say
I don't know nothing about 21-year-old car just popping it. Colorist means. I just looked at the definition of colorist and didn't say none of that. You've been on Instagram too long. You've been in them comments. People say, oh, it's colorist. Y'all don't even know what colorist means.
Yeah, they got a
This nigga gone.
The black people can't be racist.
We're all human. Everybody.
What? Why black people can't be racist?
Hey, this nigga finna go back to jail. Real shit.
Why cannot black people be? Why cannot black people be racist?
I don't know the aftermath of this. I don't know what happened to them girls. I don't know if they were hurt. I don't know if they made it home safely. I just don't know.
Man.
What I can tell you is be expecting a lawsuit in a week, man. Ask Dina and AB how this move worked out for him, man. And ultimately, bro, I think it was just unnecessary. Now, she did kind of trip by telling Blueface to shut the F up too, but if Blue started the disrespect, I can't blame her for matching the disrespect.
He supposed to be a man.
But you could have very easily like drove from off the highway and dropped them off on a residential street, right? Or
look, if you gonna check it out. If you gonna kick a motherfucker out, you know what I'm saying? Call an Uber. You know what I'm saying? At least get her a ride to which, you know what I'm saying, to the hotel or wherever she gotta, you know what I'm saying, go back to. You know what I'm saying? Don't just kick her out on the E-way. You know what I'm saying? Like, anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker. All day long. That's what's gonna happen.
tell them get out, stay with them, and call them their Uber home. Like there were multiple options. I didn't think it needed to be this savage. But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? Do y'all...
Motherfuckers be tweaking, man. I don't know. They don't be thinking right. For them.
As bad as this Sydney Star situation...
All right, y'all, we finna go into the Sydney Star story, man. Let's dive deep into it.
Situation already is, it apparently has gotten worse. And I didn't even know it could get worse. Sydney Star was arrested a couple of days ago in a hotel room for quite literally the worst thing any person, any adult can ever be arrested for. Sydney Star got booked for an appearance in Georgia, and when they failed to make the appearance, the promoters contacted their manager trying to figure out Why aren't they here? They got booked. They got paid. Why aren't they here? That
Child molest. What? Damn. The fuck you got going on?
That's when the manager told them, oh, she's getting arrested currently for doing unimaginable things in a hotel room with a very young boy. During the arrest, a condom fell out their pocket, which means they haven't, I guess, fully transitioned yet. Now, they were arrested on several charges involving inappropriate things with a very young boy. Now, apparently, this encounter started off, I guess, voluntarily, and then at some point during the encounter, the young boy realized that Sydney Star was not a biological woman and then ran out the room.
Did you clearly tell that this boy was young?
Yeah, you can hear it. When I talked to the little boy on the phone, you can hear it. I am a mother of a 12-year-old. You can hear it in his voice. He's a baby. And the kid is saying while they're on the elevator, saying like, do you carry condoms? Like asking this little boy.
What did the little boy say to you?
He was just explaining, because I was talking to the sister. He was in the background, and you could tell he didn't want to talk too much, but he was just saying that how it was uncomfortable and how she was telling him to come here at the bar, just telling me little, how it happened. More so like.
So she solicited him while she was at the bar. And what was his mom and sister at the time?
The mom, the sister said they just let the kids, like I think they were checking in. Because they were checking in. Check-in went to 3. So everybody was kind of there early. You get what I'm saying? They couldn't check in, but Sydney Star had a room because I requested for that.
The parents are getting a lot of backlash, and I don't blame people, to be honest, because how is your eyes off your children long enough for a predator to be able to coerce them into their grip and then take them upstairs without you knowing? Now, Sydney Star is bold. Doing this in the middle of a lobby in front of a bunch of witnesses is bold. Like, it is bold. Now, Sydney Star is claiming that they thought the young boy was 19 years old. I haven't laid eyes on a young boy, but people who have says that's impossible. Like, you can tell by the way the young boy is speaking, how he looks, his height, his everything. This does not look like a 19-year-old. This looks like clearly like as a very young boy. There's not a world where an adult will confuse this young boy for an adult. Even if you're a sicko who want to believe Sydney Star and want to believe that, they thought the boy was 19 years old, which, by the way, you have no reason to believe Sydney Star. Sydney Star is a pathological liar. Like, she has documented lie. Have you forgotten what Sydney Star did to Chingy? Ruined his life, his reputation, and everything he ever worked for? He couldn't feed his family anymore because of Sydney Star? Only for them to come out years later and admit that they lied on Chingy?
See, I'm just figuring out who the fuck that is now. Man, I just thought about it, man. Hold on. Oh, hell nah. That's not a fucking... Oh, man. Damn, the kid just went through a nightmare. Oh, shit.
They perpetuated a lie for years just to come out and admit, oops, sorry, I lied. Man.
Poor kid.
Yo, Chingy is a strong man for not suing the daylights out of Sydney Star.
Man.
But even if you're a sicko and like want to believe Sydney Star, what's the excuse for not disclosing who they are? Sydney Star knows who they are. Sydney Stars know what they are. Know the piece they're working with. Sydney Star know that young boy, even if she thought, and I keep saying she for some reason.
Yeah, man, that's not a she.
Even if Sydney Star thought that young boy was 19 years old, what's the excuse for not disclosing what you are before doing anything with them? That right there is a different level of predatory on its own. Before you compile that with Sydney Star just being an absolute predator and a pedo. That right there is predatory on its own. You understood that young boy thought you was a biological woman. You understood that young boy thought you was born a woman.
So did the boy know he was going up to the room to have possibly, or thought it was?
I don't know, but I would think he knew because she was asking him on the elevator about condoms. And then she went in there, they said she gave him oral. And I think when she tried to penetrate him, or she did, I don't know. I don't know, because the sister said they did a kid. So
I'll be honest with y'all.
Why would he do that to the little boy like that, man? That's
Bruh, for something to this degree, it's already bad enough what you're doing to that young boy is already bad enough, right? It's already bad enough. But to trick him as well.
That's crazy, right?
This is a death row requirement. The 5, 10, 20 years that they may get out, this should be a death row trial.
Man, she should get life in prison. Fuck all that shit.
This trial should include a death penalty.
Lock her up.
That's the only way to even this up. To deceive that young boy into thinking you was born a biological woman. Then to go upstairs, violate him before telling him, and then try to sneak it on him last minute. And then he's like, oh, hold on, whoa, what? And then he had to run out the room and go downstairs to call for help.
Man.
To me, the mitigating factors to part of this, that should be an enhancement.
Man.
Your base offense level, okay, well, this is not the feds, but still. All right, this ain't the feds, but still. This should be a federal case, right? This should be a federal charge. The base offense level for this federal charge should be 50. Crimes like...
Man, it's up there like a murder charge, goddammit. Like, you deceiving a kid, a child. You deceived him. Thinking that he thought you was a woman. Oh, my God. Oh, shit.
This should be treated like crimes against humanity. You try to take that young boy's humanity.
Humanity, man, Joe, his dignity, his manhood, man.
Now, what I heard after this story came out, because a lot of people contacted me, they say, yo, this ain't the first time. They say, yo, this is how Sydney Stars get down. Like, we been knew this is how they get down. They have done this to numerous others. I said, what?
Oh, a lot of other kids.
They said, Flacco, yeah.
Bro.
Now, they said, told me to go and check her only. Man, I'm not doing none of that, bruh. I am straight.
Yeah,
I'm not that good of a researcher, homie. I'm not doing that research. I'm good. They said Sydney Star has been selling explicit videos with boys that they believe are very young as well. I don't know their age, so I'm not gonna put that on her. So they're saying, bruh, Sydney Star has been doing this and getting away with it for years because her method is she's relying on the young boys being too embarrassed and admitting, hey, this transformer tricked me. So that's her method. She tricks the young boy into engaging, does something with them before telling them, try to sneak it on them last minute, and then worst case scenario, they run out but don't tell nobody because they're too embarrassed that they got tricked. They're too embarrassed. They feel like they'll get judged if they tell people, yo, I did something with this person who didn't tell me the truth, right? Because they're young. So that's how they've been able to get away with it for so long.
Yeah.
So this is way worse than you think. There is a line of victims belonging to Sydney Star. Now, members from Sydney Star's community have spoken out. They believe that Sydney Star has set them back years upon years. Yo, listen, man, I'm not gonna put the actions of Sydney Star on her entire community. What I would say, though, is, are there beliefs within the community, within the Black community, that there's a higher level of predatory activities going on within their community than any other community? Do the Black community believe that that particular community that Sydney Star belonged to, there's a higher level of predatory activities going on within that community than anywhere else? Yes, we do. Yes, we believe it. That's a belief. So we keep our kids away. But is Sydney Star's actions indicative of the entire community? I don't think so. I'm not going to go that far. But here are people from her community or their community where they're saying Sydney Starr has set their community back and they are pissed.
A member of the LGBTQ community and everything that we got going on right now with legislation in this Trump administration, the first thing I said was, damn you, Sydney. You right here personified everything that those people push trans people to be. You personified everything those people fearmonger and portray trans people to be. You laid it right out on the table for them to now use what you did to this boy as the poster child for why trans people should not have rights, why they should not be able to go in bathrooms, and why they should not be parts of society because they're going to do what? Thank you so much, Sydney Starr, for setting the entire community back forever and a decade for doing that. That is number one. Number two, I am sorry, and this is going to be relatively disrespectful to the trans community, but I have to say it the way society is going to receive it. You was a man on your knees performing oral on that little boy. Society is going to say you were a sick man. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. It would have been equally as worse if it was a cisgender, biological, front desk fish, real woman with a coochie that can have a baby. It would have been bad had a real woman did it, no disrespect intended, but it makes it even worse that you trans and you did it because now they're going to build all type of trauma about this time this man with this wig and these titties performed oral on a 13-year-old. It's just horrible, Sydney. It is horrible. Now, I had some conversations today with some of my trans friends, and I wanted to, y'all know me, I'm always trying to understand something, even if it's horrible. I am trying to understand. And so I asked one of my trans friends, I said, listen, I said, I'm not trans, so I don't necessarily understand the psychology or the psyche of a trans person. I said, but is somebody like a Sydney Starr being so boy crazy, does that play into the whole needing to be validated as a woman and being able to pull a boy or pull a man or get somebody to be attracted to you or get...
Quite frankly, I don't care what the reason, what the excuse is. I don't care what type of intellectual complex structure they could come up with to analyze. Hey, man, death penalty, take them to court, get them the death penalty.
I'm so like, man, come on, man. Shit.
This is a crime against humanity, bruh. But members from Sydney Starr's yes, that's how they validate themselves. The attraction of a heterosexual man is how they validate themselves. And that's fine and dandy as long as that's an adult male. Once you start to seek validation from our young boys, that's when I think that's a problem. And I think everybody thinks that's a problem. And for situations where like this, where it's in 4K, everybody see it is in 4K, there's absolutely no way they're innocent. They confess, they admitted, yes, we did the... Hey, bruh, go to court, put the death penalty on the table, and sayonara.
Lock them up, throw away the
Y'all
key.
let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, okay? If you're still watching this video.
Bro, that shit bogus as hell what he did to that little boy.
I'm starting to feel...
All right, y'all, we finna get into the Damon Dash story, man. Let's dive deep into it.
Feel bad for Dame Dash. Charlamagne the God is enacting revenge in ways I've never seen before. But the worst part about it is that you can't really blame Charlamagne the God. This is just a reaction to what Dame Dash did to him a couple of years ago. Earlier today, Dame Dash dropped a video where he's calling out the Breakfast Club for a couple of reports they did on him lately, and he believes the reports are unfair. He believes he's being targeted. He believes they only report on him when it's negative. Now, this sparked a response from Charlamagne the God that was brutal and is really bad news for Dame Dash, because Charlamagne the God got some plans up his sleeve for Dame Dash that ain't pretty.
So, you know, my girl calls me, I'm in the middle of a meeting, and she forwards me something from, you know, the dark-skinned chick from the Breakfast Club. And yeah, you know, they defaulted my bankruptcy. They said they won't let me go bankrupt. They don't believe it. No one reported that. But also no one reported anything about OG stories. What the Breakfast Club did report was when I asked my daughter for some money, and now they're reporting, you know, whatever bullshit is going on with bankruptcy. But I just feel like y'all make it too obvious. Like, why don't you ever talk about any of the good stuff? Are you guys trying to line me up? Are you guys trying to amplify a narrative? I'm just curious why y'all just ignore the question or ignore anything good that ever happens in my life. But yeah, am I broke or am I not broke? How are y'all gonna say this? Like, y'all just gonna continue to talk about things that people, you know, consider negative that I can consider part of business? You know, I'll deal with what I gotta deal with as part of the game. Bad people are always gonna try to make good people look like they're not doing the right thing. But why are you the voice of everything bad and nothing good? Lauren, you're a black woman. Why would you want to amplify bad stuff for black people but not amplify anything good for this black man? It's like a case study on stupidity or alleged devil worship. I don't know. Either way, I'm hustling. OG Stories, 11 o'clock. Congratulations, Dawn. Ratings through the roof. Steve Mack, Jay Black, Queen of Harlem. We got a hit TV show. Let's talk about that.
The report that he's calling out Lauren LaRosa for is when Lauren LaRosa reported, I believe earlier today, that Dame Dash was going into bankruptcy or foreclosure or something of that sort, right? That Dame Dash was having money issues. Now, Dame essentially is saying, hey, bruh, you are reporting this when my show is premiering, where I got good things going for myself. Why are you not reporting on the good things? But I believe Lauren LaRosa did, though. That's the thing. I think the first time I heard about like Dame Dash's new show was actually from the Breakfast Club and from Lauren LaRosa. So Lauren LaRosa and Charlamagne the God and the Breakfast Club responded back. Now, while responding, Charlamagne the God revealed some things he may have up his sleeve.
I broke a story yesterday that a trustee investigating Dame Dash's bankruptcy just filed documents yesterday asking for permission from a judge to be able to sell Dame Dash's life rights.
I would like to purchase his life rights. Not to be petty, but I think that's good business.
It would be a great business move.
Like, I'm especially interested in the Rockefeller movie because of what you just said. They said it's a lot of footage. Right?
Yeah.
That's history. Like, a lot of content can be created around that. So I'm intrigued.
And his life as well, the way he started and him hustling and him, you know, creating Rockefeller with Jay and Biggs and all the things that they went to, created Rock Nation. I mean, not Rock Nation, Rockefeller Records, what's the Rockaware and finding Kanye West. Yeah, that would be hella interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I already know a lot of people would be interested. Like, I know Cameron would be interested in buying it with us. So I'm going to make a serious inquiry about that. I am interested in purchasing the OG store.
This is petty. I know Charlamagne the God is saying he's not being petty or he's not doing it to be vindictive. Yes, he is, bruh. Even the invite to all of Dame Dash ops like Cameron and 50 and saying that they might be interested in going in with him to purchase this. This is petty, okay? And he's doing this to be petty. He's doing this, honestly, because Dame Dash came a decade ago and try to sun him. I'm not saying Charlamagne the God is out of bounds. I can't tell Charlamagne the God how long to hold a grudge for, because Dame Dash did come and he did try to sun Charlamagne the God when Dame Dash felt like he had more money than Charlamagne the God. All right, Dame Dash did try to sun him. Now, Dame Dash did come back to the Breakfast Club, and we've seen how that went, and that was a back and forth, right? And Dame Dash, you know, he did start off a little hostile with Charlamagne the God during that particular interview. But here's why I don't think Charlamagne the God should do this, even though this would be, again, the ultimate troll move. you're in media. We report on people, right? The last thing that you want to do, in my opinion, like the last thing you want to do is to try to make is to include yourself in a story and make it personal. Like right now, if Dame Dash want to complain and cry and kick his feet that, the Breakfast Club is reporting on him, like nobody cares, right? You know why? Because that's your job. Your job is to report on Dame Dash. But once you take it a step further and start to engage in this petty war, try to purchase his life rights and try to do things to actually harm him, that's when it goes away from this is media, this is reporting, to now it's personal. To now it feels vindictive.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? Right? Like now it feels vindictive. Now it feels like you are doing things to harm him and it's no longer just a story. Because right now, if he says, they got it out for me, bruh, they just report on you. But once you take it this step and do these things, now whenever you report on Dame Dash, it's going to be viewed as petty. I think Glasses Malone did something when speaking to Bootleg Kev, right? Where Glasses Malone told Bootleg Kev, hey, bruh, like, I hate when I speak on Drake, people automatically dismiss my opinion as hatred because of the battle, because of my connection to Kendrick Lamar, and because of everything going on, right? That's where I feel like Charlamagne the God would get into. Like, that's the territory I think he would get into if he does this. Now, whatever opinion you give about Dame Dash, even though it could be fair, you feel me? Like, it could be 1,000% fair. But because it's you giving it, you're going to pigeonhole yourself to essentially like, you this biased guy who hates Dame Dash, or whatever type of fair opinion you give in the future is going to be looked at through those lenses. And I don't think you should do it, bruh. It's just not worth it, man, like at all.
Why he called you the dark-skinned chick from the Breakfast Club?
I don't know. People were upset about that, and I didn't even really care because I'm like, most of his baby are all right. How many kids did Dame Dash have? Is it just Ava?
I don't know.
Yeah, I've only known him outside of whatever. But recently, I've only known him to be with like white women. So
that's right.
Yeah, I don't really care about that. The dark skin thing don't hurt a dark skinned woman that's dang near 36 years old. I've been the dark skinned chick for a long time now.
We have 2 beautiful dark-skinned women on Breakfast Club. I mean, 3 with Mimi as the correspondent. When the last time you seen Dash?
I mean, I'm just saying, like, what if he forgot her name, like that black girl, like that? Like, what the fuck? That's a problem. I'm just saying, chat.
Around 2 women with melanin at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. What if we referred to Nikki Licky or his baby mama or his wife as white-skinned chicks? I don't think he would like that. Don't do that.
I thought that was a low blow shot, but whatever. And we did. And to be fair, he said no one reported on the bankruptcy. The fact that they didn't want to do that, we did report on that. We did. I don't know if y'all remember the last time we talked about this situation outside of the things with his daughter. We talked about
not only that. Like at one time, he was the one that was giving you information on the things that he was doing, and you had a relationship with him. So
I'm the one who told y'all that he had that Black Guns Roses rock album thing happening.
Had a relationship. Y'all were going back and forth.
That's also a fault of Dame Dash as well. See, Dame is one of those people where if you critique him or criticize him, he thinks it's beef. Lauren LaRosa was an ally of his that was in the Breakfast Club. And you're supposed to maintain these allies, right? You're supposed to maintain somebody like Lauren LaRosa, who's a reporter, who's at the Breakfast Club, who really don't got no beef with you. Like, just don't got no beef with you. Lauren, now Charlamagne the God and Envy cool, but the actual reporter, the person you had a relationship with where you could see stories to, she don't got a problem with you. She ain't have beef with you. She was doing her job. Now, whatever Charlamagne the God and Envy tax on when she's reporting and doing her job got nothing to do with her. But now when you personalize it and you go at her, now guess what? She's now looking at you as an enemy.
Damn, he fucked up.
Right? She's now looking at you as an enemy. She's now viewing you. She's now viewing you as an enemy. Now, guess what? Like those reportings that were neutral and not biased in the past, that's over with now. That's done for.
Like information, and you wasn't the dark skinned chick then. You was Lauren. Hey, I need help with this story. That's who you were back then.
Well, it happens in the job, so I'm used to it. I have no issue with Dame Dash. It's not personal, but the fact that the bankruptcy and them not believing him was actually his doing. He was here on the Breakfast Club. A part of the reason why they didn't believe him is because some of the things the attorneys are saying because of some of the things that he said while he was here. I actually have a clip of something he said while he was here.
I'm not broke. So I got $5 million in the bank. I'm broke.
No, my point is, you have to see the lineup. Y'all all caught the bait. I want you to go home and look at The Godfather 2 and tell me if I didn't just line y'all all up the same way. Think about it. You just took the bait and you feel stupid. That's all that's happening. You went for it. You're a huckleberry.
I think you're lying.
Yeah.
Well, listen, buy your life rights, okay, before we do.
Yeah, if you got $5 million, but
go buy your life rights.
Salute to Dame.
Pay off your debt.
He was trying to be smart at that part of
stories.
the interview, but they also used other parts where he talked about, some of the new businesses he has. He talked about paying for his teeth.
All right.
They use that as well. But we'll wrap it up. If there's anything that develops from here as the auction or sale dates are set, I'll bring you guys more information.
I'll end it like this. I just find it hilarious that Debt Dash plays the pro-black card when it's convenient. Like, he's upset at you for reporting the story, but he will let the white-skinned chick, Nikki Licky, pollute the environment with those terrible-ass
And
balls.
call her the white Aaliyah. That is so
Talking
disrespectful.
And dissing
OGs in
black
this
cultural
industry,
figures.
that's
like, stop. Debt Dash, knock it off.
But check out OG.
But I
stories,
really
'cause
am.
he says we need to
I
shout
do want
it
to
out.
make a serious inquiry.
If
about
you make an inquiry, don't say Envy, throw me some bread.
No, I
right.
do. I'm making a serious inquiry about purchasing his life rights. I am interested in purchasing the OG story.
I got a couple
really
dollars.
am.
It would be more
really
than that. It'll be the real OG story.
I got a couple dollars.
I really hope they don't do it. Now, obviously, when like DJ Envy says, I got a couple thousand on it, that right there is hopeful. So maybe he is joking when he says, I got a couple thousand on it. And the reason why I truly hope he don't do it, it just feels like piling on at this point. Like Dame Dash, if he's going through financial issues, he's going through a lot right now. You don't want to pile onto that, bro. Like, you don't know what people are going through. You don't know people's demons. You just don't know, bro. You feel me? Like, you just don't know what people are going through. So to pile onto that, I just don't think right? Like, I just don't think that will be cool, right? Because you don't know what somebody's like breaking point is, right? Like, that might be his breaking point, right? Like the OG stories or his life rights or things.
You don't do shit like that to people. You don't know when, like, you know what I'm saying? He probably like just crash out in that moment, like, you know what, fuck this shit. I'm finna just lay it all out right here. I'm finna blow his fucking brains out because he been talking too much shit all on this media and I'm sick of it. Oh, bro, I'm finna just blow his fucking shit off, bro.
Things of that sort might be the last thing he has left. That might be the last thing he has left to monetize. And then you put together this group of you and Cameron and 50 or Jay-Z and others. You feel me? Like, I just don't, man. Right? And in terms of like Charlamagne the God, yeah, Dame Dash came on and he said what he said and there was a back and forth. But I don't think Dame has gone the extent. Like, right? Like, I don't think Dame has gone the extent. I don't think Dame has gone the extra mile to where it's really beefy, right? Like Dame Dash hasn't really I
think he care. Like, he ain't stunning their ass. He like, man, these niggas ain't shit to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting all this money for real, for real. They think I'm broke. I ain't broke. I'm broke.
Like, I don't think like Dame, right? Like, again, as far as I know, maybe I could be wrong, but I don't think Dame has went and like re-earthed like Charlamagne the God's and like accusations. Like, I don't think Dame Dash have gone out of his way to like talk to certain people, right? Like, I don't think Dame has talked to that girl or like done the things or have gone the extra mile.
Hell nah.
In my opinion, I don't think Dame has gone the extra mile to make Charlamagne the God really look at Dame Dash as an absolute full enemy. I could be wrong, right? I could be wrong. Now with DJ Envy, Dame Dash came on the Breakfast Club and was popping it, like even brought up DJ Envy's son, right? Claiming like, well, right? I think the line was, "Do you think you could leave this to your son?" Right? Things of that sort, right? And Envy took that personal, and Envy never forgave Dame Dash for that. In that regard, I understand because your son got brought up, your kids got brought up, but I don't think Dame has ever done that to Charlamagne. Like, he has called Charlamagne the God gay, but I don't know, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think about this, man? Do y'all believe, right? Do y'all believe that
Nah, shit. He should, know what I'm saying? Leave that shit alone, though. Charlamagne should just let his ass be, for sure.
Cameron just.
All right, y'all. We finna get into this Cameron story, man. Let's dive deep, see what they talking about, bro.
Committed a felony on, like a literal felony on camera, and I don't even think he realized what he just did and how this could have some serious implications on his life. I think the reason Cameron felt so comfortable doing this on camera so loudly and boldly is because Cameron already got away with it once. He already got away with it once. Him doing it on camera this loudly and this boldly actually worked out in his favor the last time, and he got exactly what he wanted. This time around, I don't think it's gonna have the effect he thinks it's gonna have.
This week off with Cardi B management and writing team. And this don't got nothing to do with Cardi B. Cardi B, my sister, I love Cardi B, man. This is really like my sister. We don't see each other that much, but she always show love. She does songs over my beats. I think she's tremendous from where she started to where she's at. That needs to be studied. Yo, I love everything about Cardi B. Even before she's a rapper, I love Cardi B. But you got to get the right team around you, man. And what happens is a lot of times you got the wrong people around you. And I'm not saying she doesn't have a good team. I'm just talking about two individuals on her team that was harassing me. And I'm gonna, like I said, it ain't just her team. I'm gonna get the people's team every week.
Now, what you're about to hear is a similar story to what he told a couple of months ago when he said that J. Cole asked him for a feature in exchange for an interview. He gave J. Cole the feature. J. Cole never gave him the interview. So he sued J. Cole, came online, ran his mouth, and then J. Cole eventually came and sat down and did the interview with Cam. Cam thought he could run that same play on Cardi B, but here's the thing. He never spoke directly to Cardi B, so he can't really sue Cardi B. So instead, he takes another method that's gonna get him in jail. It's absolute certain. Cam, you're going to jail if you proceed with whatever you said during this video. And we're gonna get there eventually. So here Cam explain exactly what took place and why he believed he's owed something by Cardi B's camp.
So what happened is maybe 2 years ago, right?
Right.
I'm chilling. Maybe 3 years ago. I don't even remember. Don't hold me to the timeline.
For sure.
So like 3 years ago or 2 years ago, I'm chilling. I'm mind my business. They like, Cam, we need you to do What Mean the World Over for Cardi B. She did your song over. We want you on the hook and do a verse. I'm like, all right, cool, I'm busy. Call me when it's closer to the end of her album and I'll knock it out because I just got things to do. You know, I love Cardi, I'll knock it out. And maybe if I do that, she could do an interview on my show or whatever. And they like, yeah, that ain't nothing. I'm like, all right, cool, that ain't no problem, cool. They call, Cam, yo, it's the time. Coming out next month. We hit the last week. We really need you to do this. I'm like, all right, cool. I get busy. I don't even got time to do it. I didn't even have a time to do it. I'm like, damn. I forgot about it, to be totally honest with you. I'm like, damn, I'm just going to have to miss it because I didn't have time. A year passed. They like, yo, Cam, it's time now. It was last. I said, did you tell me this shit? I thought I missed the album.
Wait a minute.
Out yet.
Hey, hold on. I can imagine him being on the album with Cardi, being on the track with Cardi B. He like, I like this candy next, real sex, Bob next. You know.
Nah, you know how these females be, Cam. You know what I'm saying, man? We didn't put the album out yet. We ain't put it out. I said, I genuinely thought I missed this. He's like, nah, it's coming out. We need you to do this. It's the last week. I'm like, I bet. I'm busy. I still don't get to do it. Because, you know, this story is what it is. I got to study basketball type of 3 months later, Cam, it's the last week. I said, yo, how many last weeks is it, man? Look, I love Cardi. It look like I'm not going to be able to do it. Now, we're not going to put the album out till you do. Yo, stop lying.
To be fair, I wouldn't call that harassment. I feel like they're just doing what good A&Rs or what good members of somebody's team would do, which is call, and follow up. I think at the time why they were reaching out to Cameron or really wanted that Cameron verse was because Cardi B was thinking about taking a different approach with his album. So she dropped the Jay-Z remix. I think it's called like Players Anthem or something like that. She dropped the Jay-Z remix, but it wasn't well received. So Cardi B was thinking about dropping like a really rapidy rap album that was gonna be like homage to like 90s hip hop in New York. But when she dropped the Jay-Z remix, it wasn't well received. People really ain't gravitate towards it. It came on the charts and disappeared shortly after. So because of that, people on her team was like, hey, bruh, like, I know you want to do this concept. The concept ain't really resonating. We need more bops. Like, scratch the Jay-Z Cameron, right? Like, scratch that. But Cameron ultimately was able to send the verse in, but the verse was not able to be used. So again, if the verse was not used, Cameron isn't owed anything. But watch where Cameron takes this.
Stop lying. You know what? I'm going to take an hour out to do this. So I stopped what I was doing. This is a year and a half later after they originally asked me to do it. I do the verse, and then I get busy again. I'm not paying it no mind. So I heard her single Imaginary Player, so I'm like, okay, cool. The album should be coming out soon or whatever. But I'm busy. I don't pay no mind to it. So I'm with one of my homegirls and like, yo, Cardi new dope. I'm like, her came out? And that's no disrespect. I just don't be keeping up with albums that come out and all that. I find out everybody accident because I'm just, my majority is, entertainment is this podcast, K-Roll Steve is what it is. I haven't really been keeping up with whose album is coming out. So I don't want people to take it as disrespect, like, Cam, you knew the album was coming out. You know how people will be. So I just found out, I'm like, oh, let me see a track list. My ain't on there. So I'm like, yo, I still need my motherfucking interview. If not, y'all got to compensate me for my time because I know that manage her and who co-write for her. So they like, I call, I'm like, yo, what's up? What happened? Y'all harassed me for 2 years about this. The younger people loved it, but some people didn't like her flowing on the 90s beat on the Imaginary Player, so we try to stay away from that. Because, it is what it is. Pardon me, What Means the World to You is considered a 90s beat. I don't know what they said. Whatever it is, I did what I was supposed to do. And they didn't come through an end. I'm not putting this on Cardi, because Cardi might not even know this. I'm just saying the people around her is making promises on her behalf, and she may not even know this.
If you were tapped into the Cameron and J. Cole situation, then you probably understand that this part of the story is where Cameron tries to get the interview in the slimiest way possible. Instead of him asking, hey, Cardi, can I get an interview? Reaching out to Cardi B behind the scenes, DMing Cardi B. I'm sure Cardi B has her DMs. I'm sure Cardi B would DM him back. But no, he comes public to try to pressure Cardi B into comment on his platform. But this is where he messes up. And this is where I believe wholeheartedly, this is a felony. There are literal laws created to stop people from doing things like this. Cameron goes on and tell Cardi B's peoples. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna tell you guys because I don't want to sway your opinion when you see and hear this. But to all the smart people, listen up and you tell me what the felony is. Tell us, Cameron, how are you gonna go about getting the interview from Cardi B or monetary payments for going in the studio and doing a verse? How are you gonna get money from Cardi B and her team? Tell us, Cameron.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta stop making promises on these artists' behalf and they don't know. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start exposing the people that made the promises, because it's two people. And once I get the dirt on you, I'm gonna put the dirt out. Now take this as a warning. Send that paper through for my time, or I'm gonna tell how you like to be on all fours and your ass tickled with pause, because I know a girl.
Yo.
That's next. I'm telling you now. I'm gonna put your text messages up. Pause. I was disgusted when I seen it. But I was like, yes, God, you sent this to me. Get back at these.
It is a God.
Yeah, you sent this back to me. So at the end of the day, you better call, because the next show is your text messages, and I don't want to put out the screenshots. Pause. You doggy style, and you ain't in the back.
Put it in the arch.
Oh, man.
Ass in the arch in the air.
Sound like blackmailing them. That's what that sound like.
And it's two, and one of them is my. But I'm sorry you got to get to this, but you're not going to keep ignoring me. And I'm going to put out, every week, I'm going to put out a list of keep calling me to do a favor for you. And then when I need my favor done, y'all be playing games. Every week, I'm telling you, y'all, and ain't got dirt on yet, you better be airtight, pause. You better not because I'm going to put it out there to get the information. And it's coming right on this show. Telling you, you better have a clean track record. I'm telling you that right now. Anything you like chewing on pinky toes, anything you like doing nasty, or anything you got on your resume not good, you're coming up on the Talk with Flea screen. It's gonna be worse than the Summer Jam screen because we got more viewers. I'm telling you that right now. So I'm not gonna say your name this week, but I will say the management and the co-writer's name next week. And I'll tell you they fetishes.
What Cameron just did could get you up to 20 years in certain states. That is textbook extortion. It doesn't get more textbook that is textbook extortion. Don't let me tell you what Cameron did as a crime. Let me show you why Cameron could very well go to jail for doing that exact same thing he just threatened. Let me explain, okay? So again, the elements of extortion, a prosecutor bringing an extortion charge usually needs to show that the defendant acquired or tried to acquire money. Cameron said, y'all give me my money, pay me, or else I'm gonna do this to you guys. Let's continue, all right? To acquire money or something else of value, the interview, by threatening another person. So what amounts to a threat? Some extortion statutes also cover threats meant to compel a person to do or not to do something. Threats may involve physical harm, property damage, or they may involve reputational harm, such as accusing somebody of a crime or disclosing a secret about them. What did Cameron just say? Cameron said, hey, y'all pay me the money that I think that I deserve. Again, they didn't even have an amount. They never talked money at all. He just believes that this is the way he's going to get the Cardi B interview. So now he's making up a number. Hey, I believe the hour I spent doing this verse, I deserve this amount of money. Pay me the money that we never talked about before, or else I'm going to expose these pictures I have of you, these messages I have of you. I'm going to destroy your reputation if you don't pay me money. Or better yet, pay me this money or get me the Cardi B interview, which is something of value. Those are, bro, that's extortion. Like that, I don't think y'all understand, especially, if you're Cameron, like you're part of hip hop, they already want you in jail. That right there is disgusting. Now let's continue, okay? So what are the crimes here? Okay, so what is the time? The penalties, okay? The penalties for extortion in some popular states: Arizona, about 3 years. California, 2, 3, or 4 years. Florida, up to 15 years. Massachusetts, 2.5 years in the House of Corrections or up to 15 years in state prison. Michigan, up to 20 years. Washington, up to 10 years. Wisconsin, up to 6 years, among other things. That's extortion, bro. You can't say, hey, I have these receipts of you. I have you in a compromising position. I'm going to release this if you don't give me money or the Cardi B interview. Sir, you're going to jail. I don't know if the people that Cameron is dealing with are street dudes. They already have enough to send Cameron to jail. Once you make that threat, that's enough, bruh. Once you already admitted that you're reaching out to people separately and you're trying to find dirt on other people and you already got dirt from this one girl, she sent you the dirt already and you already got this dirt of one person, you have already done enough to get arrested right now for extortion on felony charges. Now, if y'all want to wait for Cameron to come on the show next week and say y'all names, by all be it. Y'all have enough right now to lock him up. If I'm you guys, I'm gonna lock him up right now. I used to be a fan of Cameron. I'll be real with y'all. I used to be a fan of Cameron. But obviously, y'all know why I don't like Cameron after this week. I don't need to say. You guys know. So I would want to see Cameron locked up. That would be my pleasure. Lock him up, man. Lock him up. A lot of y'all are probably confused right now. Like, Flacco, you was like the biggest Cameron fan. What are you doing, huh? I don't care for him, okay? Do your homework why I wouldn't care for Cameron after this week, okay? Right? This is coming from an African that Cameron apparently thinks stinks. Let me know in the comment section what y'all think, okay? If you're still watching this video and you want to watch another.
Yeah, that nigga on extortion. Mm. Hold on, chat. Hold on, chat. Hold on. All right.
What's poppin', y'all?
All right, y'all. We finna get into this Uzi Vert, man. He got a good ass album coming out, and he got a like a mixtape out already. Bro, with 8 tracks, that shit go hard. I should do a review on that. Bro, let's dive deep into it.
Man, how exciting is it that we get some new Uzi? I'm going to break this video up into several different parts. The first part, we will talk specifically about the EP. So the EP itself, he dropped, I didn't even think this was real, the Maverick EP, because I got a notification, and this is how you know I was really dying for some new Uzi music, which is a little bit different than the take that I usually have, which is that...
Yeah, my fault for stopping the video, but right there, though, like Uzi Vert right there, though, bro. Yeah, and then go back to the spot.
Uzi's dropped enough amazing music to last me a lifetime, which I still do believe is true, but I've just had the itch for some new Uzi. So I would tweet at him. When was this? Maybe a week ago? 2 weeks ago? And my initial tweet was on July 20th. And I tweeted directly at Uzi. And I said, you got your hit song this year. It ran its course, this is what you're saying, and is no longer on the Hot 100. Please drop or tease some new music at Lil Uzi Vert. And then we would suddenly get a new project. So you guys can thank me. I'm going to give myself full credit for the fact that we got new Lil Uzi Vert music. No, it couldn't have also been IShowSpeed, who streamed with Lil Uzi Vert and then asked him live, or not live, but in an interview to drop new music as well. It couldn't have been that.
If I feel like an artist should be dropping music, I'm going to tell them straightforward. You should be dropping music because what are you doing? I'm a fan of your music, and you have a lot of fans. Drop music. What are you sitting there for? That's what I told Easy for. I'm like, Uzi, you got some good music in the vault. Everybody knows that. You should be dropping. Like, what are you doing not dropping music?
You giving me advice, I'm giving you advice. Just drop.
Drop it.
Drop your shit, bro.
And after that, he listened to me, and he dropped music, and now he has, like, top 50 on the Billboard now, I think. That, I don't know what you're saying. So, look, that's what happens when you drop music. So, yeah, I feel like I do have a huge role in that, and I will continue to have a huge role in telling artists to drop music.
But for my ever fragile ego, we're going to say that it was me, okay? And not Speed. Regardless, I'm really happy that he ended up dropping because I was this close. I'm telling you, I was this close to start listening to unreleased Uzi. And like,
look, nigga, I was listening to all unreleased Uzi shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, man, I was going all the way back to Love is Rage. I'm like, damn, man, this shit old as hell, though. Man, let me go back to release shit. Bro, I was, man, what you gonna drink? Bro, that's all I was thinking about.
Leaks and stuff like that. Now, if you've been here for any amount of time, especially like peak leak era, I was never really into leaks. Part of the reason was that, hey, look, if an artist is doing all of the effort to put together an album, mixtape, I'm going to wait for that and listen to that because it's going to be the best quality product that they believe I should listen to. Leaks and all that other stuff, like some of the leaks suck. And then if you enjoy a leak and it never comes out or it never gets finished, or if the version that comes out is different than the leaked version that you liked, there's just so much BS to deal with in that regard. But I got a notification because I was on like one of these Discords. Yes, I be lurking on the alts. I be lurking on the main too. And I get a notification. This thing is on Audio Mac. I'm like, man, I'm gonna risk getting a virus. Do we even got viruses anymore? Anyway, I'm gonna risk getting a virus. It's not like I have crypto or anything like that for them to steal. So I hop on, and then I'm like, wait, hold on, this is real. So I'm listening to this. This is before it even got on Apple Music and Spotify, and I am elated. This is a great EP. So just going through the list, I would say great project. And I'm happy that he released an EP too. Now, I actually like the London track. I know some of the Londoners here will say like, man, he's doing.
Hey, that's one of my favorite tracks on this song though. Bro, London and I think it's Yoko. That shit go hard. And Pour It. That shit definitely go hard. I'm like, yeah, Uzi, you know what I'm saying, went back to his old, you know what I'm saying, to his old shit.
Doing this trash accent. Listen, to us, it sounds like a very accurate accent. Like this isn't, you can tell when someone's accent sucks. Like if I were to do a London accent, it would suck. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to humor you guys like that right now, okay? You wouldn't even be laughing at the accent. You'd be laughing at me. And that hurts my feelings. So with London, I'm like, yo, the accent kind of hits. This isn't bad. And I like the fact that it's a bonus track. The intro is a banger. If there were no misses here. Like 223, I didn't really care for too much in the beginning. But if there's any song that I would say is that, not even a miss, but man, I don't even know. There's no misses on here. There are songs like, for example, like I think it was Say It Was. When I first listened to it, I was like, this is all right. But after listening to this EP at least 8 times in the weekend that it dropped, there's not a single miss on here. And this is the perfect thing for Uzi to release because there's no expectation when it comes to the mixtape or an album. There's no expectation of touring. There's no judgment regarding numbers, although some people did talk about that. So we're done with the first section, which is me just excited that I got some new Uzi after I asked for it. I was so happy. I was writing up tweets about Uzi because that's the only thing that's been on my mind is his music. So this is great Uzi. And so the second part of this will be people that are kind of like talking about the numbers. And then the third part will be Cardi Uzi discussion. So we're going to venture off into the second part right now, which is the numbers discussion. I believe, this is my belief, is that if somebody summons a hit song during that year, you gotta fall back. You can't be talking about like, oh man, this person, their numbers aren't hitting like they used to. We got to see what these numbers do, because this one fan page would tweet out the following and says, what last Cleo take for the road, the Young Thug and now Uzi love bomb theory. So this is a fan page that says,
yeah, or, you know what I'm saying, you'll burn out. You'll be like, damn, I don't even feel like doing shit no more. Can't even think of shit. Bro.
Remember when I called these songs, he's talking about the 4-pack that Uzi dropped earlier this year, the like Regular, Chanel Boy, Relevant, and I think What You Saying is one of them. He says, remember when I called these songs mid and y'all acted like it was the greatest thing since sliced bread and I was crazy, but now these songs sit as some of his most unstreamed songs in Uzi's whole discography? I wonder, where did all that love go? And now I propose to you the Young Thug fan love bomb theory. And what is that? You ask, it's the phenomenon where once a rapper gets old and starts dropping objectively less good stuff, this is some of the best stuff Uzi has ever dropped, mind you, than his peak, you still glaze it as such just because you know how good he used to be, and you get this feeling off your disrespecting your favorite artist I guess not off, by calling his new project or singles not as good or mid. So fans will love bomb the hell out of it at first, then the streaming numbers come out in 6 months and you wonder, where did the love go? This is really confusing. So this individual is saying that because an artist isn't as good as they were in their quote unquote prime, that people aren't going to say that. They're more likely to say that they're actually really good now. Instead,
I don't even lie to you. Like, I feel like by me listening to that song, what was that song I just said? It wasn't London, Yoko. That song, Matt, like put me back in his very first album, Your Love Is Rage, Love Is Rage. That first album. I'm like, damn, just listening to that shit, it just put me in that mode, that vibe. That shit go hard. Like, he still got it, in my opinion.
instead of the fact that they suck to cope. That is confusing. I've never heard of something like that. I have never heard of something like that. Now, this Uzi was not at his peak in 2016. And let me propose a theory. My theory is that a lot of people, they attach some sentimentality, some nostalgia to a period of time in their life when some of this music was being dropped. Now, 2016 Uzi, yeah, that was a banger. But if he were to take a song from 2016 that was unreleased and drop it in the same sessions, people would be like, man, this sounds old. This sucks. And people have done this. Leaks have come out and people have had this saying. Now, for the streaming aspect of it and for the numbers, which I don't think people care about numbers really. I think it's only Uzi fans or like Uzi stans that are looking at the numbers. We can't judge Atlantic Records Uzi, and we're talking prime Atlantic Records, one of the biggest labels that was putting a lot of money into one of their biggest artists, Uzi, to Uzi Rock Nation Distribution, Core Uzi, where he's basically independent and using a distributor. And that's where these songs came out of, and that's where this EP comes out of. And EP, you're not even supposed to care about the number. We shouldn't be. Well, it's not we shouldn't. Nobody cares about numbers anymore, really. It's like it's a dated thing. For at least 2 years plus, numbers have not really mattered. That's why I'm telling all these other artists that were scared of flopping for years, just come out. You guys are.
Yeah, cause fucking Rick Ross, he flopped. He only got 2,000. I'm like, God damn, holy shit, that.
Yeah, hiding in the bush like the Simpsons meme. Come out, nobody cares anymore. I promise you. And especially for an EP. So you can't judge this with Atlantic Records. The guy's under distribution right now. And also, those other songs had so much more time to accumulate streams than these newer songs. I like these songs. I like the 4-pack that Uzi dropped. I think I talked about it. I think it was on X. I don't know if I said it here. I'm not too certain about that. But I like that. He dropped a hit song. So if you get a hit song, you can fall back. You can't be talking about a person's numbers because independently, he dropped one of the biggest songs this year, bar none, and a really cool music video for it as well. And now we're going to hop into the third section before we get into the fourth section, which is probably where I find some sort of tangent to go on for 2 to 4 minutes. I don't know why it's 2 to 4 minutes. That's usually when I catch myself. So the Cardi Uzi thing. I do think an interesting thing is happening right now between Cardi and Uzi is that for a period of time, I would say Cardi was ahead of Uzi. Ahead as in a lot more people were interested in what he was doing. A lot more people were excited for what he had going on. A lot more people were looking.
I ain't gonna lie, when I first heard Uzi, I ain't really hear Cardi like that. I heard Uzi first. When I heard him, I'm like, damn, Uzi go crazy. Then I heard Cardi, I still got stuck on Uzi. On bro.
Up to him. But with Uzi, it was kind of like, especially after like EA, like Pink Tape. Pink Tape had a lot of hype, but people were just like, Cardi's the superstar now. However, I think a lot has happened to Uzi's image and Cardi's image in the reverse. So a lot of people were saying like, yo, Uzi doesn't have that mysterious factor that Cardi has. Partially, I've said this a couple of times, or I've agreed with the take. I definitely wasn't pushing the take hard. And that is true. But Uzi Vert's likability, friendliness, seeing him everywhere, personality, as time has passed, it's effortless. Whereas a lot of people thought Cardi was just like this mysterious shadow figure that was effortless. So he was just like this cool guy, but as we're learning from these body cam footages that release, from, I would say the moment that the mask began to crack was when he hopped on Aiden Ross's stream. And now you start to look at it and say, wait, hold on. This guy isn't just chilling and just doing his thing and this is just him, like Uzi. Like you just randomly see Uzi at some, I don't know, Philly gas station, photobombing some people's music video or just showing up to somebody's wedding. Like that's just Uzi things. Cardi is sitting there thinking about every single thing that he's going to do, making sure photos get taken of him. You're like, wait, hold on. This guy's trying really hard. And nothing turns people away more than a tryhard. I'm not saying people aren't going to like Cardi's music. Of course they're going to like his music. But I think everything peaked with music, no pun intended. And right now, is there a huge anticipation for new Cardi music or a new Cardi album? I think if he drops, he's going to perform well, sure. But where are we in the world right now for new Cardi? Like, what's the storyline for us to get new Cardi? Before, it was like 2024 music. It was like post Whole Lotta Red, huge wave. That's a spirit bomb. He's never going to get something like that again. Whereas for an Uzi right now, it's kind of like he's on the up. Cardi has to match up to the previous success that he had, which is very, very hard. I think this is actually the perfect timing for them to both link up and drop something together, whether it's a short EP. And I don't mean like right now. I mean in exactly a year or 8 months or so. Because we haven't gotten music from these guys in so long. I'm pretty sure they're still cool. However, discography-wise,
with them two since 2016, goddammit.
Uzi Vert clears Cardi. We can agree in that regard, right? I don't think I'm tripping for saying that. So right now, Uzi is definitely in the lead. And like I said, Uzi caught a hit, a solo hit, mind you. Yeah, you could say the sample and all of that. But Cardi, when was the last time Cardi had a solo hit that wasn't a feature and it was just him? Like, music, I thought was great. I think I like music more than a lot of other people. I think a lot of other people were just like, it's mid, or it's like, it's good, but it's not as good as Whole Lotta Red. That seemed to be the consensus. But I like that this was fun. Uzi just dropped this without really promoting it. I think this was his temperature check. I think the confidence that he got from the success of the hit that he got this year is what urged him.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, like, he thought, like, man, hold on, motherfuckers think I can't, you know what I'm saying, just drop anytime I want to and it's gonna go crazy. That, you know what I'm saying? That's what this album was about, bro.
Him to put it out too, because he's like, man, I got a hit. I proved it to myself that I still got it like that. Because a lot of artists think like this, like, yo, do I still got it? Do I still got it in me? And then that's a confidence boost, getting a hit. It's no easy feat. And then he just drops an EP. And he did say album or mixtape or something coming soon as a teaser in the eyes of the cover. Do I want an Uzi album right now? No. Like, the EP's fine. I know some Uzi fans probably going to be mad at me like, yo, what do you mean? We want some more stuff. Nah, let this cook. Let this cook for about like 8 months or at least 6 months. Like, no album until 2027. And I can't wait for an Uzi tour. I've actually never been to an Uzi show. I remember the Pink Tape, he went on tour for that, but I don't even remember that. I didn't go though. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments. No tangent for today. Like, it's actually, as a matter of fact, we're going to go on a tangent because some commenter, I remember, I was mentioning House of the Dragon. So you can just leave if you're on this topic. I remember I was talking about like how I was just watching House of the Dragons. And then some person said, oh, that's like the worst.
I don't know what the fuck you talking about House of Dragons, but shit. He dropped that shit. David, that shit go hard, man. I'm going to do a reaction to that shit, though, by the way. That shit definitely go hard to me. But shit, man, if y'all still here, make sure y'all like and subscribe, though. Shit come a long way. Shit. I'm finna get off, though. I'm tired as hell.